Hello. Testing, testing. I should have tested before I hit go live, but I sure didn't. Good time zone morning, whatever it is. Hi. Believe it or not, I did not get bonked yesterday. I remained unbonked, bonkless even. Bereft of bonks. Luckily, I did my dodogamas and my dogezas, and as soon as stream started, I got my message that I was supposed to be in that meeting. You know, I'll tell you about this in a second. Give me a second. I'll tell you about it in a second. Let me fix my stuff. We'll talk in a second. I feel like we never talk anymore. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Why do you hate me? No, I'm just kidding. We never just talk anymore. Okay, so, is this working? Let's find out. Oh no, I've got the TikTok audio stuck in my head again. The brain rot. Help. Help. Okay, so cool. Everything's working. Great. Okay. Let me move my screen over here so I can actually see you guys, and then I can see me, and then I think I'm good to go for a minute. Cool. So we'll just shoot the shit for a sec. I'll talk about what's going on. I'll say hi. I'll introduce myself. Yada 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 yada. The usual. So starting with introducing myself. Hi, I'm Crimzon Rulez. I'm Elysium's greatest monster hunter. I'm in fact your least favorite idol, and today I will be reading through my birthday gift, which I should not have said out loud because now I'm super excited about it again, and it's gonna ruin what I was gonna say because I already forgot about what I was gonna talk about because I want to think about my birthday gift. Thank you for the chips. Yeah. My voice is a little shot, which, you know, it's always kind of shot, I guess, but sorry if I, you know, take a lot of pauses to like swallow spit or fucking take a breath. Gami, thank you for the chip as well. Thank you for the chip. I had a bit of a head cold yesterday when I was doing the Grimlord stream. Yeah, when I was playing Grimlord. Aura, thank you for the chips. What's going on? Are you guys giving me conciliatory get well soon chips? And it has gotten a little worse, but that's okay. I did not get a lot of blinks in, but I got enough, and that's what matters. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Corruption's Call, Elysium Corruption's Call. I keep calling it a 5e module because it is at this point essentially an official module for 5e. It has like different monsters, subclasses, backgrounds even. It might be the world's first pseudo 5.5e module. It's nutty. And Kara, thank you for the chips. Wow. What was I saying? Anyway, very cool. Very excited to take a look at that. I was going to say I did not get bonked yesterday. That's what it was. I did not get bonked yesterday because like a good, responsible little fucking, what the hell are we? Fucking toddler on Shikamane's stupid fucking leash or whatever, on the baby carrier. As soon as I realized what happened and Shikamane, you know, messaged me 2 minutes into the stream while my headset was half on, said, hey, meeting. And I was like, oh, I forgot. Sorry. Sorry. Can I do it later? And she said, yeah, that's fine. So then I did it later, but I did like immediately pop in to say my bad while like I had my headset in one hand, half hanging off my face, like on my forehead / above my eyes, like pulling at my head, like leaning as far back as I could from my keyboard, trying to like type at an angle while my knees were too far forward. And I was like, sorry, can I meeting later? I just started stream. Sykes, thank you for the chip. Wait, what's happening? What's going on? Sykes, thank you for the chip. Sarah Stars, thank you for the chip. Reverie, thank you for the chip. Cupcake, thank you for the chip. Nitro, Rugrat, thank you for the chip. Noda Yomi. Yomi. I always want to say Yami with you. It's Noda Yami Noda. Yami Noda. Huh, that's where you're wrong, Kaiba. Now you have to deal with Yami Noda. Thank you for the chip. Adonai, thank you for the chip. Oh no, my brain's going all over the place. I've got that fucking audio stuck in my head from TikTok where there's this trend right now where people are like, I love your daughter. And then the dad's like, well, what do you have to offer her? And the guy's like, nothing. Only this. Was that supposed to be about, baby? And then they do like the stupidest fucking dance. I'm talking like the dumbest shit. Like I'm like the goofiest shit. And I think it's like, the reason I'm obsessed with it right now is because it's always a really bad dance. And I'm like, that's fucking good. That's funny as hell. Teleshina, thank you for the chip. Danny, thank you for the chip. Norma with 3 months. I'm a little eepy myself. Iwashi, thank you for the chip. Rosary, thank you for the chip. Having Mercy, thank you for the chip. Old Lady 12, thank you for the chip. And Livy Sotos, thank you for 8 months. Okay, I did it. Caught up. Saya, thank you for the chip. Are we trying to snipe somebody? What are we doing? Anyway, yeah, the brain rot is real. It makes you want to do a really bad dance. Really bad. Jade Rocker, Panru. Thank you for the chips. Okay, I caught up. So today, what I'm gonna do, wait, did we say we were sniping somebody? I missed it. No, I think everyone's just happy. Why are you guys happy? I'm happy. Flapjack, thank you for the chips. Chip. Sarah Spunda, thank you for the chip. Fuck me, man. Dude, my brain's on fire. That's all right. So anyway, let me grab my birthday thing. Sonny, came here, thank you for the chips. My brain. Oh, you guys know what else I have here? You guys are gonna never believe what I'm eating. Truki, thank you for the chips. I forgot to have breakfast, but don't worry, I got this. I got a thing. I got the fuck. I forgot to have breakfast, but I do have Seagal Vartan, thank you for the chips. I do have like 6 Fig Newtons just laying here. I'm gonna eat these. Love and life to the fullest. Thank you for the chips. That's boy breakfast and a half. Hell yeah. Yum. Yeah, I got 6 of them. All right. Now, where's my thing? Oh, Lord, we chipping. Chippy, chappa, doobie, doobie, dabba, dabba, magic on me. Where's my... Oh, man, my brain is, like, set to be, My brain really, really wants to focus on brain rot today. Also, can I just get this out of the way real quick? I'm so fucking pissed that, like, Axel and Altair and Beto are playing Deadlock, and I'm not right now. Like, I'm super excited to look at this book, and I want to do that more, which is why I'm doing that more. Labs, Sleepy Saber, thank you for the chips. I desire that more than I desire Deadlock, but I am mad that it lined up to where I'm doing, like, my only early stream, or my only, like, EU stream this week, right now, and they're like, let's practice right now. I'm like, fuck off, man. Fuck you. Fuck off, you dicks. They hate me. Anu says, hi, Ruze. Can I tell you a cool thing? Last Friday, I ran a D&D session as DM with my original story for the first time. Someone even asked for the scripts I prepared as I prepared multi-endings. Thanks for motivating me. Yeah! You did it. You DM'd. We did it. We got somebody to DM for the first time. I hope you loved it. I hope it was great. I hope you do it more. Morak said, I made some really good vanilla bean peanut butter chocolate sauce, cinnamon toast crunch, ice. What the fuck did you just say to me? I feel like I just had a fucking aneurysm. What did I just read? Hold on. There's a lot of words. I read them out loud. I didn't process any of them, which is sometimes how I read things when I have to speed read something, or I'm like trying to sing a song I don't know, or I need to do like the rap segment of a song. I don't process the words. I just go into a full zone out read mode. But Morak said, I made some really good vanilla bean, peanut butter, chocolate sauce, cinnamon toast crunch, ice cream. It's just not fucking clicking. I feel like I'm like words are falling out of my head as I say them. Hold on. I made some really good, vanilla bean, peanut butter chocolate sauce. Got it. Cinnamon toast crunch ice cream as a little treat for my suffering. I share. Okay, I got it. I understand. You got vanilla bean ice cream. You put a little bit of peanut butter chocolate sauce and some cinnamon toast crunch. No, it's cinnamon toast crunch ice cream, but it's got a vanilla bean base, and then you use peanut butter chocolate sauce on it. I understand now. It's because you tucked the peanut butter chocolate sauce in the middle that I totally lost it. Okay, that sounds interesting. I would try that. I'm not a big cinnamon ice cream guy, but I'd still try it. Gang of Raven says, apparently it's already been a whole 7 months. For that, I will share with you that you were in a dream and read my journal, which was sick and twisted. I did actually read your journal. That's true. That happened. Don't worry, guys. I'm drinking a double dose of stamina potion today. Sickness or no, that's gonna kick me right on. Anyway, I want to say I'm just pissed off about the deadlock thing and that it landed when it did. I'm very angry I'm not allowed to play deadlock right now. But whatever, I'll play later, and they're gonna be like, we're done, we're taking a break, we lost a lot, ooh, we're done, ooh, we already practiced, fuck you, fuck off, fuck you and your practice, you dicks. I hate it here. They suck. Alright. I'm not playing right now, I wanna look at this first. No, I wanna do this first. They hate me. They hate me! I could play right now, but I'd rather do this. The thing is, I really want to do this more than I want to play Deadlock. I'm just mad that Deadlock landed when it did. That's where I'm at right now. Where is my fucking source for this? What the hell? It wasn't this. Where is it? Hey! Man. Why would I remove that? Did I remove that? No. No. I did. I fucking removed it. Why would I remove that? Oh, I'm so dumb. I was probably trying to clean up OBS and I lost it. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. God damn it. Enjoy the void. Fuck. Oh man, I got rid of the whole source! Oh, I gotta scoot over more. Holy shit. All right, cool. Got it. I fixed it. Don't worry. Boop. Yay! Okay, so let me scoot over a little bit more, and then we're ready to go. Yay! Where am I? Boop. Boop. Wait, you guys moved. Why'd you guys move? Hold on. Boop. 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 Yeah, that'll work. All right, so super cool project. I probably should have put in the credits that I was going to use like Adrian von Ziegler's music today, because it would have been fun to use Adrian von Ziegler's music, but I didn't, so I won't. Wait, is this the updated one? No, I forgot to grab the updated one. Oh, I forgot to grab the updated one. Shit, you're right. Fuck, damn it, fuck. All right, hold on. Let me go get that. Let me go get that before we really get cooking. Let me go grab the updated one. 1 second. I gotta go to my bookmarks. Wait, where's the I want the high quality edition. Oh, here we are. What the Ruze doing today? Today, I'm gonna be looking at Corruption's Call again. For those of you who are unaware of what Corruption's Call is, it is the damn, I keep calling it a module, but it's not. It is the fan project that the Ruzaders did recently. It is super fucking cool. Basically, I was in the bog in my wellies. So basically what I mean by that is it is a full, almost a full 5.5e module, completely handcrafted by the Ruzaders, and of course also by the Armada and the Tempura, and just a ton of different people. Like so many different artists had a hand in this, and writers and developers, and there's just a lot. I'd show you. I can't describe it right. I'm not describing it right. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it right. Okay, so this should be the updated version. I forgot to turn back on the source. Arcturus is yelling at me. There's so much happening right now. All right, boom, bam, boom. Check this out. Check this out. So first of all, look at that fucking cover. Whoo! Elysium Corruption's Call, presented by Elysium Delivery Services, baby. God damn. Oh, damn. Odenjimaro art goes crazy. Let me have another bite of my thing. Mona Riz, did you check the details section of the website for another surprise? No, what happened? Also, enjoy reading through this big boy. It's gonna be a surprise. Thanks for 9 months, Renee. Anyway, let me keep moving. Listen, that's a cool boss. That's all I'm saying. That would be a cool boss fight. All right, listen. Look at how official all this is. Look at this little map. For those of you who weren't here the first time I looked at this, look at this map. Lemon Cat says, happy 8 months. And I just wanted to tell you that the Ruzaders will never give you up, never let you down, I never run around and desert you. And that's when I got copyright struck. Oh no. Thank you for 8 months. But that's not all. There's also all of this, which I didn't have a good chance to look at. So today I want to stop and take a look at some of these landmarks, at least a few. And then there's a whole section. There's a whole subsection here. Let me show you something. First of all, I love that you can just click on the links and they work immediately. Super fucking cool. Even in PDF format. You don't have to be on the website, so that's great. But there's a whole subsection on backgrounds, which is fucking nutty, because these backgrounds are all tied to HOLOSTARS-EN in some way or another, i.e., adventurers, alchemists, jesters, etc., right? Boom, bam, boom. But that's not all. There's subclasses for every single class in 5.5e, I believe, and every one of the HOLOSTARS-EN boys, sometimes multiple. I know that there's a couple based around moi. There's the Crimzon Rulez. I believe the Way of the Contemptuous Palm, which is the Way of the Hand of Hate, basically, is also is like a monk subspec based loosely around corruption, I want to say, or hatred, which is pretty fucking cool, just saying. Path of the Corrupted, specifically. And I do believe that's Barbarian. Sure is. Barbarian subspec. Boom, bam, boom. Look at all these fucking cool subclasses. Sorry, subclasses, not subspec. Anyway, it's very cool. It's very cool. Archivist. Boom. Wizard. Is there a place to download this? I'm so fucking glad you asked that, actually. There is, in fact, a place to download this. There is a website I can link right now that will give you the download link, and I can bookmark that website. Or pin that website for you. I've already got it bookmarked. And you can download it easy peasy. You can see all the beautiful art. And of course, you've got artist credits right up here. And if you're using it on the website, sorry, did my mouse not click in? Can you guys not see where my mouse is? You can't. All right, that's fine. If you're using it on the website, you can actually see the artist links. And I believe you click them, it automatically takes you to the artist's Twitter, which is very cool. And the writers. And in some cases, the balancers, if the writers did not balance it themselves. So if they weren't the ones who like tuned the balance for gameplay, then there'll also be credits for that in there. So very cool. Yeah, Arcturus is throwing a little fit. Come here, bud. I'm in here. Come on, buddy. Arcturus. Arcturus. What's up? Why are you crying? I hear your little bell ringing. What's wrong? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? You had a good reason, or you just doing it? He's like yelling? He's like yelling? He just likes yelling. Okay. Man, a corruption druid circle? So fucking cool. I can't tell if this is because you guys couldn't think of somebody to make a druid, or if you were just like, nah, dude, this would be fucking sick. Either way, very cool. Yeah, the web viewer has cool music. Oh, so cool. Cauldron Lord, I would play it. I would play an Alchemist Warlock. That sounds like such a cool class. I've always wanted to play Alchemist in Pathfinder 2, by the way. I should do that at some point. All right, come on, bud. What's wrong? Be right back. 1 sec. I gotta go figure out what's going on with them. Be right back. What's wrong, buddy? What do you want this open? Is it a door thing? There, it's open. That's prop? No? I don't know what you want then. Sorry. Okay, bud. Good luck. I don't fucking know what you want, but all right. I gotta teach that little asshole English or something. I don't know. He did not tell me what he wanted. I opened the bathroom door because I thought maybe he was just getting mad that that door was closed or something. It did nothing. He is still very annoyed. I think he might want food, but he just ate, so he's not allowed. All right, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about how fucking cool this whole book is. Isn't this insane? But beyond all of that, there's also an entire subsection for magic items. And if that wasn't enough for you, I mean, look at this shit, right? Look at this shit. Right? And if that isn't enough for you, there's also an entire subsection for monsters, a bestiary, right? Even zombie Ruzaders. Bum, bum, bum. Last but not least, there's some hidden files. I don't know what these are exactly. They might just be artist. Cool. I was gonna say they might just be artist credits. Aranjamar, great job on this whole fucking page spread. God damn, I gotta get this, like, a physical book of this. Anyway, it might just be artist credits. It could also be actual lore. I don't know. Oh, it is lore. It's artist credits in the form of lore, maybe? I don't know. Oh, it is lore. Oh. Oh, it's just straight lore. Interesting. Very cool. No! Look at that actor. Stop. Well, wait. Whoa. Okay, damn, Emu. All right, thank you for 8 months. All right, I'll look after. All right, I'll keep going. I just want to, I'm excited. I'm just excited. There's 225 pages. I just want to know. What the hell? Oh, yeah. Showman. That's right. Because as far as I got was Shika. What, Arcturus? What? No, you ate. You're good. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not feeding you. You're a little chonky thing. You're good. No. 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 You can hang out up here. Just chill. Chill. You can relax and sit here. Ow. Ow. Ah! Okay. I gotta clip your nails. You little baby. You little baby. All right. Here we go. Does he got water? He always has water. But yes, I'm assuming he has water. All right, so what do I want to take a look at today? I clearly, there's no world in which I have time to sit down and actually read this entire fucking book. So I think I just want to pick and choose a few things that I didn't get a chance to look at last time. I would like to start with a few backgrounds, I think. Or no. I wanted to take a look at some of the locations. And then I want to take a couple looks at some backgrounds. I want to check out some magic items to see what I think about those. Cool. You're fine. You're fine. Take a little nap. Mushroom King says, belated happy birthday, by the way, Ruze. This source book is so cool. The Ruzaders are the best fan base for the best Monster Hunter. Much love, Mushroom King. Thanks to the suit, Mushroom King. And you know what? Yeah, I guess we are the best. Since I am the best Monster Hunter, I guess that makes the Ruzaders the best by default. Yo, what if this could be the next book club choice? It could be. That could be interesting. That'd be fun to talk about, but I already kind of have a book in mind for book club this month. Not that I said what it is yet, but it might be next month's. Who knows? We'll see. All right, so. Yeah, we're here to flex. So, by the way, I do not want to undervalue or undersell how cool these little spreads are too. Like the half-page spreads, basically, that go alongside the table of contents type stuff. Very cool. You really should be proud of building this impressive community. I am not. You guys built yourselves. I didn't build shit. I happened to be here at the right place at the right time to be a little fucking loser and talk about my interests. And you guys happened to gather up around me for some inexplicable reason. And you know what? It happens, but I certainly don't take credit for that. Kestrel, thanks for being an axhole. Let's take a little bit of a look at this guy, because I'm kind of curious about a Barometz. I believe I've heard of such a thing before. I think it's a plant that grows livestock, maybe specifically sheep. Question marks. Bud, you can't eat those. Those are fig Newtons. Stop trying to get up and eat them. Either relax or don't. Make a choice. You can stay here, you can sleep in my lap, or you can go. Okay. All right, anyway. Eat well, Sea Bunny. All right, so here we go. Ew, you guys gassing me up, right? It's too early in the morning for gassing up. We're not doing that. We did enough of that for birthday time. We're going back to hating each other now. That's the rule. Stamina potion. All right, so Barometz in Elysium. In a dusty, rural part of Western Elysium, there exists a roadside attraction, unlike any other, for both its attraction and its raw expression of greed, mixed with sadness. You ride up the long stretch of road with its fields of corn and barley on either side, following the large, gaudy billboards advertising the last Barometz in all of Elysium. Entry, only 5 gold coins. I have not tried RuneQuest. I'll take a look at it at some point, though. You knew that Barometz were a rare sight in Elysium, but surely this could not be the last of them. Zuna says, can you show where these are on the map in between, please? I guess so. Since you gave me enough gold coins to pay for 2 visits to the Barometz, yes, I will show you on the map where they are in just a moment. As you approach the attraction, It seems rather small and dingy, considering the quality and liveliness of the billboards preceding it. The peeling paint and dusty windows of the building promise little in the way of entertainment. Thank you for the soup. You wonder how the Barometz must live in these conditions. A noisy peddler notices your dismayed interest and grins, putting out his hand. Since you're already here, you sigh and pay the exorbitant fee. 5 gold coins, as advertised on the billboard. You enter the ramshackle building to a room filled with graying posters and dusty exhibits, set up as a museum about the Barometz. Barometz had indeed been a rare sight in Elysium, just as you had thought, but they were nearly hunted to extinction by adventurers and gourmands, seeking their delicious and tender lamb-like plant meat. Then, a thoughtful, at least as portrayed by the museum signs, individual sought to protect the last remaining Barometz in Elysium by building this very attraction. You warily enter the room. Surprisingly, the ceiling of the room is open to the sky. The last Barometz of Elysium grows in the middle of this room, surrounded by a patch of bright green grass. Compared to the rest of the museum, it is unexpectedly well maintained. You reach out to touch the Barometz when your hand is stopped in midair. It is then that you see the sign, the vegetable lamb of Elysium. No touching the magic barrier, no planting of Barometz seeds. The barrier does somewhat explain the cleanliness of the exhibit, but overall the scene is just sad. Without the ability to plant the seeds, how will there ever be any additional Barometz? You leave the room and return to your journey, feeling dejected. The hope and wonder you had expected to feel at the exhibit is quashed by an overwhelming sense of sadness at the greed that perpetrated this monstrosity. Perhaps one day you will return to break the barrier and spread the seeds. Or perhaps you will simply continue out onward, diminished, like every other sad person to view this exhibit. Zuna, thank you for the chat! And that would be, by the way, right here in the Barometz of Elysium area. God damn it, why am I not seeing my... I'm very annoyed at not seeing my cursor, so I'm gonna go get it. Aha! Here, it's here. Ta-da! We love semi-legal botany. Hell yeah, baby! I love being sad about capitalism. Let's go! Let's go, baby! It's true, it does come with a preloaded sort of adventure hook, though. So that's kind of cool. Listen, don't be sad. Be excited for the adventures that could happen around it. Yeah, in life you should be sad about those things. But in a D&D module, that's free adventure right there, baby. You just got set up with a free adventure. What's this whirlpool spiral over here? I want to know what that is, that whirlpool tower.
Utopia Bay? More like Lametopia Bay.
Sorry. Anyway. Mushroom forest. I gotta get over there to Zenokuni and go see that mushroom forest. That sounds cool as hell. I should get over there. Tell them I said hi, Nitro.
More like Unopia Bay.
Muse Wallace says, I hate you, so that means I wish you so much success your siblings see your chips and you have to explain what's happening. Enjoy the book, nerd. I hope that never happens because that sounds like an absolute nightmare, but, thanks for 8 months, I guess. All right, I'm going to read about the Carcass Coast, and then we're going to skip over to another area because we're looking at mostly Elysium landmarks right now, and I do want to take a look at some Badland ones, and maybe one from Zenokuni. Okay, so Carcass Coast. Great name, by the way, just saying. Oh, I'm sorry. The writing for the Barometz, by the way, was by Semi-Luminary, and the art was by Fleur. Kai did the writing and the art for the Carcass Coast. Cool. Wait, maybe I got that backwards. No, I'm right. The art was by Fleur, the writing was by Semi-Luminary, I believe. Yes, cool, got it, on it, nice. I'm a genius. There exists a stretch of land in South Elysium where the desert sands directly lead into the sea. Wait, the Carcass Coast might be South Elysium. Never mind. Now that I've learned how to use these, I'm unstoppable! I'll finally take you down! I'm hit by a falling piano. Oh no, River, watch out! Doink. No! That's rough, buddy. Wait a minute, the Carcass Coast says it's in Elysium. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, it's over here. So it is South Elysium. Ah. I see. I guess we're getting in one of our Badlands reads right now. Easy peasy. All right, Carcass Coast. Here we go. There exists a stretch of land in South Elysium where the desert sands directly lead into the sea. Scattered upon its banks are the ruins of a large, sprawling settlement, the wrecks of half-drowned ships and gardens of sun-dried bones. Animals, monsters, and weary travelers take shelter by day, but a strange impulse compels them to flee before the sun sets and the ocean fog rolls in. The crumbling buildings of the Carcass Coast, as well as any knowledge of their history or how they came to be abandoned, are complete mysteries to even the most long-lived local societies. As far as anyone is concerned, it has been abandoned to the waste for as long as common memory. Some scholars and scavengers have picked through the remains and found many belongings left behind, but no sign of conflict or struggle. Though it is not only these stone and brick corpses which have granted this place its moniker, shipwrecks litter the shore in frightening frequency. Observers note that a new wreck seems to appear at least once a year despite the improving technology of maritime travel. Unlucky sailors have their ships commandeered by harsh winds and strong currents in the nearby waters offshore, or otherwise disoriented by an oppressive sea of fog. No matter how they are led astray, their boats are steered towards Carcass Coast and its rocky shores. The sailors either die in the ordeal or on the sands, isolated and unable to seek aid. Their bones are added to a field of skeletons, mingled with other long-dead creatures. With the sheer number of remains in the area, some posit that a disease must have befallen the original citizens of this settlement, and finished them in one fell swoop. Les, thank you for the chip, by the way.
Delicious.
Congrats, Platsu, or Platsu. Others, however, believe that the truth has something to do with the strange aura of the place at night, especially when it is blanketed in fog. Those who have observed it from a distance report seeing lights shining from within the dilapidated structures and hazy figures that writhe and wander the streets, almost as though the old haunts were alive once more. One theory of rising prevalence is the idea that the Carcass Coast is a region where the boundary between dimensions is exceptionally thin. Of this crowd, many believe that the once bustling city and all memory of it had been stolen into another dimension, one inhabited by creatures that defy common knowledge or description. When the border thins at night, visions from that lost place are projected onto our world. It may even be possible to cross over to where the stolen city is now if one managed to stay amongst the ruins when the fog rolls in. However, primal instincts and a supernaturally imposed fear suggest that pursuing such a task would be foolhardy. Visitors who enter the Carcass Coast during the night must make increasingly difficult wisdom saving throws to be decided by the dungeon master or become frightened and overcome with an intense desire to flee. Ooh, an area with an effect over it passively? Very cool, very cool. Damn, great lore, great writing, good art too. God damn, great, great, great. Sounds pretty fucking cool. I like it. Be an awesome adventure hook, just saying. It reminds me, vaguely, of my theory on ghosts. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to yap, because why wouldn't I? This is the perfect time to have just a yapping stream. So I'll take this as a chance to talk about what I think about ghost and not extraterrestrial, I'm sorry, supernatural phenomenon. Extraterrestrial is totally different. That's the wrong word, my bad. So here's the thing. I don't really believe in ghosts. I've known people who have dealt with like situations that have involved supernatural shit or whatever, and I'm not discrediting their experiences and shit like that. I've known people who were very emphatic that they 100% did see what they thought they saw and did have those experiences, and they wouldn't make those up because it had a lasting effect on them that was not fun or worth like having a little bit of clout saying I saw a ghost once. So I do believe that they saw something. However, here's what I believe about ghosts. I believe that I cannot explain ghosts, but I do not believe in the idea of the disembodied spirits of dead people just kind of hanging around, fucking about. Because I find it hard to believe that a creature in death, no matter what imprint it left, would just retain the same routine over and over again at best for, like, you know, the spooky kind of ghost that just shows up and wanders the halls at night, and at worst would turn into a malignant, malicious entity that actively seeks to terrify or harm you at worst. I just don't buy that. I don't want to buy into a world where bad enough people are rewarded with an afterlife where they get to be even worse people and not be able to suffer any repercussion. This just sounds unbelievable to me, unless we're in a much worse reality than I thought we were. But here's the other thing. I also can't explain ghosts. I definitely don't want to discredit people's experiences with supernatural shit and, like, you know, I don't know, the bed shaking or some sort of creature like pushing family members around or like creating ominous feelings in enclosed spaces. But it can be explained away in a lot of different ways. There's obviously the subconscious psychological side of it where it's like, oh, well, you know, a lot of those phenomenons can happen due to paranoia or fear or manifesting that fear through, like, you know, if it's a strong enough fear, visions or experiences. However, for people who insist they saw something, here's my theory. It could be anything. It could be a sufficiently advanced form of technology that seems supernatural. It could be a fourth dimensional, fifth. This is about to get really heady, by the way, so bear with me. It could be as ridiculous as a fifth dimensional or fourth dimensional being. And what I mean by that is a creature that exists on a spectrum that cannot interact with the third dimension the same way the third dimension can't interact with the second dimension, right? So the only way they can do it is by, like, these fleeting, like, moments where they're trying to, like, interact with the fourth dimension, but it comes across as some sort of, like, fucking phenomenon, right? So, like, your bed shaking or a shadow person passing by a doorway is the same thing as me putting my hand on a 2D plane. So to a 2D entity, they would see, like, a weird shadow pass or the shape of a hand on their wall, but they wouldn't see me because they can only see the part of me that is on that 2D dimension. Does that make sense? Right? So that's my vague thought. Could also be, I don't know, some type of, like, entity we can't understand that feeds on emotions. Maybe that's why it tries to scare you. Maybe it's like, okay, well, fear is a very good, strong chemical reaction in the brain, and I like those chemicals, so I'm going to keep causing fear because that's what gets me those chemicals. I don't fucking know, brother, but I just find that I do not buy into the idea of dead people who are just being malicious dickwads trying to fuck with you in the afterlife. That doesn't seem viable to me. However, I don't have a solid theory for what I think it is. I would have to experience it, and then I would be the dumb guy in the horror movie who dies, because I'd be like, oh, well, I gotta understand what this is, so I'm gonna go talk to him. And if I can't talk to him, I'm gonna run tests until I figure out how it works. You just described the plot of From Beyond by H.P. Lovecraft. From Beyond. Interesting. Let's take a look at that. Do you buy into the Fae, magic creatures, cryptids? I mean, the ones that I've seen, like corruption beasts and shit. In general, no. People make up a lot of stories and a lot of theories just for the sake of explaining away the world they live in. Or, says Vavictus, it's the human mind that makes it real. That's why people who don't believe in ghosts have no supernatural encounters, but people who do believe do. They are created by the brain/fear itself. For sure, Vavictus. I mean, there's the possibility that the human mind is even stronger than we're giving it credit for. Maybe stories of, like, telekinesis or psychokinesis and things like that have some ground in reality, and if you have a strong enough, like, perceived anxiety or fear, it's possible you can manifest it into some sort of, like, happening around you. Who knows? Maybe that's why we haven't been hit by a fucking meteor. Maybe our collective psychic consciousness is keeping away any, like, sufficiently large space objects so we don't get peppered and destroyed. I don't fucking know. My real answer to the supernatural is this. I cannot explain it, and I will not discredit people who say they've dealt with it. However, I personally do not have the faith required to believe in the supernatural until I experience it myself, and even then, I would have to run some sort of tests. I just don't think I would have an experience and be like, yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Did dinosaurs believe in meteors? Did dinosaurs have like the high intelligence needed to possibly have the ability to affect the world around them? I don't fucking know. I mean, brainwaves. So here's the thing. It sounds like science fiction, and it probably is. I'm not saying you can develop telekinesis. Don't go out there making TikToks of yourself trying to learn to use telekinesis, okay? What I am saying is that brainwaves are measurable. There is a measured chemical and electric response in the human mind that is created when you think thoughts. And that sounds dumb, but that is a thing that does happen. So in a large enough capacity, could we affect the world around us if we were all thinking thoughts or subconsciously willing something to happen? Oh, maybe. Probably not. It's such a small reaction, it doesn't have any, like, it theoretically doesn't have the power to affect anything, but we also haven't done enough fucking lobotomies to know. Kex Krieger says, Paranormal Deep Dive Theory Yapping Shinri collab stream would be so cool. I'd do it. I'd be in for it. Let's do it. Crimzon Rulez said I could do anything I want with my brain powers. No, I didn't. Don't do that. Honestly, I believe I've gone insane before I believe in ghosts. I do think I would lean toward the insanity side too. Like I would start to think that I was going crazy before I started believing in the supernatural, probably, which is just a mark of my cynicism toward the world, which is maybe not a good thing. Shrug. I heard the sea has a lot of spirits. So do you believe in spirits or spiritual stuff? Nope. Also, I'm not from sea, so I'm from Western South Elysium. Come to CNC. Bring it on, baby. I ain't afraid of no damn ghosts. All right, let's keep moving. So we got one for the Badlands, we got one for Elysium. Let's get one for Xenokuni. Why don't we do? I kind of want to take a look at Lake Sinrai. You sound like part of the SCP Foundation. Cover below. Ooh. Oh no, shit, they caught on to me. All right, guys, I'm gonna come clean. I'm part of the SCP Foundation. I was just trying to lay the groundworks to discredit some of our SCPs that do actually genuinely really exist. I'm actually a secret double agent. I was hired into cover, but I work with cover to spread the SCP's word. Sorry, guys, everything you've read on the SCP Foundation is real. And cover supports that statement legally. No, they do not. They do not. Are you the I don't believe in ghosts but? Yes, I'm that guy. What, Arcturus? What? Come here, then. You can't eat. You have to wait. What? I don't know what you want, bud. Are you looking for Pollux? Is he hiding from you? I'm gonna go find Pollux. I'll be right back. He's just gonna keep yelling. Ta-da! Testing. Wow, we got it. It's working. Ah. Did I feed the baby?
No.
But I am going to read about the Eternal Sakura, mostly because I really want to look at these two pieces of art. They're beautiful right next to each other. God damn, talk about a good color palette. All right, I did find Pollux, though, and it did shut him up. So I'm assuming he was wondering where Pollux was because he was lonely. Hold on, I got to untangle my headphones and I'm ready to rock. Clearly a spooky little ghoul tangled up my headphone while I was gone. They said, say I won't exist, will you? Well, I'll show you. Oh, much better. Okay, so. I would do that, Ocean Stalker, but here's the thing. They would not find them. They're stupid. They're dumb little cats. And if they did find them, what would probably happen would be Pollux would find it. And then Arcturus would run over, knock him out of the way like the little chunky guy he is, and then eat it before he could. Because Pollux is very slow to eat. He likes to pick his food up one piece at a time, walk it away, set it down, and then eat it. So, yeah. They are a bonded pair. Do not separate. Like the Ruzaders. Glad I could catch a stream before Milton screws me out of power for the next 3 days. Holy shit. That sucks, Siona. That's brutal. Make sure you take care of your food. Pollux is prim and proper. Arcturus eats like he just got out of prison. Man, I'm hungry. I just realized I'm hungry. Oh well, later. Let's continue. The Eternal Sakura. Xenokuni holds various cultures, customs, and places for adventurers and travelers. Hence, one of its titles as the Land of Craftsmen. Many travel to this nation for cultural and spiritual enlightenment. Its environment and openness provided a secure serenity for the ones that one wishes for in times of turmoil. There we go. Whew, I was fighting there. Unfortunately, the nation's promises of perfect tranquility and stability shattered after the damage and calamity arising from the record's corruption. Danger has risen, and so has illness throughout, whether from corruption or not. The many risks from Xenokuni's continuous cycle of destruction and creation make venturing for effective medicinal ingredients challenging. Tamser says, thanks for the 2 months of the worst membership in HOLOSTARS. Oh. Okay. Oh. I work really hard on my membership. Okay. Nah, I'm just kidding. Thanks for 2 months, Tamser. People may seek out cherry blossoms for easy-to-gather ingredients, as they are common in Xenokuni. Cherry blossom extract has nutrients that help temporarily revitalize the skin and body, keeping both healthy in times of need, and fitting their symbol of new beginnings and nostalgia. What is notable about cherry blossoms is how they quickly go from full bloom to barren, ranging from 2 days to 2 weeks. However, rumors speak of one legendary tree in Xenokuni, whose flowers eternally bloom and miraculously remedy any illness and disease. The Eternal Sakura stands solitary amongst the other ornamental cherry trees, but for good reason. Its continuous bloom and magical blossoms make this tree a rarity. The Eternal Sakura symbolizes and provides hopeful results if you are responsible with its gift of 5 flowers. They say those who mix the flowers in various cures and potions for themselves or others witness their powerful effects instantaneously, fully restoring one's health or rejuvenating the body with new energy. It is why some call the Eternal Sakura's flower a miracle ingredient. Of course, that means there will be those who will take advantage of the Eternal Sakura's gift. Those selfish for more than 5 flowers are said to be dealt with immediately. Trying will result in the tree's roots dragging the visitor into the dirt and using them as fertilizer. Ooh. Uh-oh. Numerous secret maps and gates hide the eternal Sakura because of its rarity and magic, especially with the flower's potent medicinal effects. Adventurers and travelers who seek the tree's gift will have to traverse many parts of Xenokuni to find the maps, and they will be mistaken if they believe the adventure ends at the gates. Those apprehensive will say it is not worth the stress, time, and danger. Some adventurers will take on the challenge through optimism or stubbornness to find the eternal Sakura and its flowers. There is no denying the risk, but witnessing the rarity and symbol of hope will tell you that the obstacle in your journey were worth going through to get to where you are now. Obstacles in your journey. If there is one powerful source of hope in the sea of corruption, it is worth exploring and venturing out. Do you want that source through a potent remedy or cure? Seek out the eternal Sakura. Yay! Art by Fleur Art and writing by Naka or Nakamura-chan. Whee! Oh, and location. Hold on. Man, I can't wait to sit down and actually read through all of this. Like, cover to cover. Oh, it's on the southern tip. Ooh. Easier to guard. Wow. I like that little river a lot. Honestly, I just really like the shape here at the bottom of Xenokuni. I really like this bay and this shape. Tasty. Tasty. Look at all these cool trees. Mangrove swamps, little islands. Damn. I like cool fantasy maps. They're very cool. Okay, let's skip landmarks for now. We did a few. I want to keep going because I want to get through a couple of these. So, last time the only ones I think I read were Gladiator. No, wait, or were Bounty Hunter. And I don't think I read any others. So let's read. Let's do Royal Runaway and actually, I kind of want to read Forager, too. No, wait, Forager's a subclass. Where's Goldie's? Hired Gun? I think it's Hired Gun. That sounds like Goldie to me. Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, you guys are saying it's it. Yeah! You read Monster Hunter, not Bounty Hunter. Oh, you are right. Well, let's start with Hired Gun, and then we'll do maybe Bounty Hunter. How's that sound? So these are backstories for those who are wondering, or origins, or whatever you want to call them. It's essentially a way to guide how your character levels up, right? Or rather, guide how your character's story went before they became an adventurer in your setting, right? So like if you were playing D&D, for example, and you say, my character's a ranger, you would want to still pick a background of what they did before they started taking on the aspects of being a ranger or adventurer, right? Like what life did they lead before they were an adventurer? Cool? Cool. Yeah, it's kind of like giving them a personality while also tying them to some sort of vague, like, guideline for their backstory. It doesn't have to be one-to-one, but it's a good way to get a lot of flavor into your character very easily. Okay. Oh, and you have to take backgrounds in the newest edition of D&D, 5.5e, because that's where you get your stat boost from. Cool. All right. Hired Gun. Your life held a lot of bloodshed and excitement, even before becoming an adventurer. At least it was exciting for you. Those you've taken down would say otherwise. Unfortunately, they never have much to say when they meet eyes with you, or if they're lucky enough to have that chance. That was always your job, after all. Take out the target quickly, collect the reward immediately, and leave without a trace until the next benefactor calls. Bounties, missions, and targets are greatly familiar due to your history as a hired gun. Your stealth, speed, and skills are why benefactors attempted or continue to attempt to reach you. You also never had major objections to being a hired gun, since it paid well and missions never became compromised. Eventually, you decided that your skills would be efficient in another field or occupation, whether or not in addition to your mercenary work. Going on an adventure with a party is in stark contrast with being a solo hired gun, since your methods of going about missions may differ with your allies and lead to challenges or fights that delay the result. If you find yourself attached to your adventuring party or any new friends and colleagues, that could also complicate how well you perform in your mission. You've done this song and dance many times now, though. Adventures with your new group will not cause anything to go awry. Right? Wrong! Skill proficiencies. Stealth. And one more from the following options: deception, insight, or perception. Tool proficiencies: one of a gaming set and thieves' tools. Equipment: a set of dark, common clothes in a pouch containing at least 20 GP. Target. Ever since you decided to join your party, there's always been a target on your mind, either because you still need to find them, or their life affected you more than you thought. Choose a target from your past or present, or roll on one of the tables present. So if you don't have anything in mind, you can just roll on this table and it'll give you one, or you can make up your own. But let's see what the table offers us, shall we? Someone of blood, or someone I regard as deep in my heart. I was told I needed to kill my family. Someone whom I've had by my side, always tied through thick and thin. I was told I needed to kill my friend. Someone whom I scorn for everything they did and what they still uphold. I was told I need to kill my enemy. Someone whom I can't even bear to live without, in sickness and in health. I was told I need to kill my love. Someone whom I either had to look up to or felt controlled by. I was told I need to kill my boss. Someone whom I have no connection to or even a simple tie. I was told I needed to kill a stranger. Ooh. Very cool. Feature: recognition. Since you have to take in various information to identify your target, you become better at recognizing a desired party, whether through their physical appearance, occupation, lifestyle, and more. The more details, the better, of course. You are highly skilled at recognition, but there is always a chance one trait proves you wrong. Suggested characteristics. Hired guns may seem like they are nothing but heartless, especially for the jobs they have to do. However, that's because many need to look past the surface. What they believe and admire, what they have faults in, and how they live their overall life can define more than just their occupation. Okay, you guys want some personality traits and ideals and stuff? Too bad, I'm giving it to you anyway. Personality traits. This one's a D8 table, so it's a little bigger. It takes a long time to get me to open up. Many people have a lot of secret side, and I'm no different. I've been waiting to make new friends for a long time, so I'll jump at any opportunity to do that. Missions are serious business for me, so do not try to talk to me when we're in active combat or searching. Whenever I'm told I need to find someone or something, I focus intently on finding that person until I do. I hate when someone tells me I can't do it. I can't do my job well when I've been hired many times and performed the utmost each time. I can jump to conclusions about people following us, traps surrounding us. The list goes on. Hey, I'm right sometimes. It's easy for me to remain calm, no matter the situation. I never raise my voice or let my emotions control me, even when things go awry. Since I had to act strict at my old job, I want to add flair to everything I do for fun. Chorus, we're reading through Corruption's Call. Elysium Corruption's Call, which was presented by Elysium Delivery Services, and it is made by the Armada, the Tempura, and the Ruzaders, all in one big, beautiful group, over 225 pages, more than 84 plus contributors through writers, artists, balancers, and things like that. It is a 5e compatible module with backgrounds, subclasses, monsters, magic items, locales, lore, NPCs, and an incredible level of polish. So there you go. Neato. The link is at the top if you want to access it for yourself. Ideals. Greed. I'll do whatever it takes to gain whatever I need through my targets. Redemption. There's a chance for some, including me, to redeem themselves from their actions. Honor. I don't use cheap tactics or tricks to take out my targets. I follow my code to the best of my abilities. Balance. Having too many ideals and bonds can affect you if left unchecked. The link ain't working. What the hell? Works for me, gamers. You sure? Yeah, works for me. Sorry. Yeah, this took months, like 8 months, 9 months, something like that. It took a long time and an incredible amount of work from the artists to the writers. And let's not undervalue the work of the managers. Not like my managers, but people who took on management roles, just Ruzaders who decided they were going to help organize this, because that is a lot of work to get everything organized and laid out right. And the UI design, not UI, sorry, the graphic design of this and the way it's like cleanly presented, chef's kiss. All of that is a ton of work. All right, anyway, balance. Having too many ideals and bonds could affect you if left unchecked. Dedication. I'm devoted to my tasks. That means doing my own thing to complete them. Charity. I will use my rewards to help as many people as possible. Bonds. So these are like what ties you to the world and gives you good hooks for like story arcs. But anyway. A benefactor called me to request the hits of the party I'm with. It's a fair share too. Something important was taken away from me, and I will find and take out the thief. My ill-gotten gains go to my loved ones, and I plan to keep my job a secret from them. My code is something I take to heart. I will not do anything to break or dishonor my rules. Having to take out someone close to me haunts me to this day. I need to decide now if I want to go through with it, but I try not to let my emotions and beliefs cloud my judgment during jobs. It's too risky. And last but not least, I love this. It's flaws. Flaws good. Flaws good. Put more flaws on your D&D characters. On your tabletop characters in general, please give them more flaws. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Remind me to talk about flaws in a second. I will use that as a jumping off point to talk about something I do not like that modern D&D is trending toward. And I also see a vague trend toward it in other TTRPGs, though not nearly as bad. So, flaws. My plans are the best way we need to carry out missions. No one else has the experiences I have. I suppress my emotions and beliefs so that I do not have to worry during my mission. If an innocent person has to take the fall for something inconvenient I did, so be it. I contemplate choosing between my allies and rewards, as they both mean a lot to me. Anything I say can come across as crude, since I'm not super skilled at socializing. Regarding family, friends, or loved ones as targets, I can't help but falter at the last minute. While they're alongside me, it's easy to forget about the harsh and destructive life I lead. I begin to question the purpose of it all. I kind of want to check out Librarian, actually, and how they skew that toward being an adventurer. I think I'm going to do that. I did Goldies, and now I'm going to do Librarian, and then we're going to skip out on, we're going to keep going forward into subclasses here in a second. But, flaws. Okay, so let's talk flaws. Waterglue says, they made dwarves plain in the new D&D. I don't think they made it plain. I think Tremor Sense is incredibly flavorful, and I think some of the things they gave dwarves are very cool. Actually, I think dwarves won out. I think elves kind of lost, and that's funny, because typically elves get way too much focus. All right, so flaws. Why I wanted to talk about that. I think that it is very frustrating and evident that D&D is trying really hard to be the go-to TTRPG catch-all for everything. And that can be a good thing, but it can also mean that it gets watered down to an incredible degree to make sure that nobody ever feels like anything bad is ever happening to their beloved character and everything is always good forever and there's no such thing as negatives. And that's annoying the piss out of me. I am tired of no negative stats. I'm tired of them like kind of flattening everything out to make sure that everything feels equidistant. And by that, I mean like taking away the -5 movement speed from the small races, or taking away the rule that smaller races can't hold heavy weapons or they have disadvantage, or flattening out like requirements on certain skills. For example, I think a really good addition to 5.5e, probably my favorite thing about the book, by far, is weapon mastery. Weapon mastery is the idea that the weapon you choose is important, and that if you have mastered that weapon, it has extra effects when you hit with it. That's awesome. Hard to balance, but awesome. Makes martial classes feel very cool. However, they have also tied in that anytime you take a long rest, you can just trade it. Your character can just magically decide, I no longer have mastered rapiers. I don't know how to do that after a lifetime of training with this weapon, but I am now a master of fucking nunchucks. At least until I rest again. And that is not only not flavorful, it is also just indecisive as fuck. I get it. I understand. It sucks when, like, your DM says, here's a magic claymore, and you're like, I don't know how to use claymores. Well, I'm sorry. That's a DM problem, not a balance problem. Your DM's a dick. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, why would you bake in indecisive measures for your character to just be like, no, my character's everything. They could, I studied the katana for 20 minutes while I was napping. Now they're good with it, but they forgot how to use the dong sword. No, that's fucking dumb. No, thank you. I love learning my new claymore overnight. Same. Easier for casual play, I guess, but I mean, if it's casual play, you could just make that a house rule. I just don't understand why that's a given rule. It's so goofy as hell. It's goofy as hell, and it pisses me off. And maybe that's on me. Maybe as a DM, I just need to get out of my fucking, like, get off my high horse and stop demanding harsher rules. But the thing is, it is always easier to convince players to take the easier rules than convince them to take the harder rules, right? Like right now, for the players that are playing smaller races that count as small, I have given them reduced movement speed in Hollow Marches. And they're okay with that because they don't know any better. But if they had played 5e before or 5.5e before and knew that had been leveled out to 30 feet, it would be much harder to be like, I'm taking something away from you than it would be to be like, you know what? That's not very fun. I'm going to give you 5 feet. That is much easier. That is a much easier ask. They did put spell switching principles on weapon master rules, Wolfster. Yes, that is essentially what they did. On the topic of limitations breed innovation. Agreed. I love limitations. It is much more interesting to have a limited character that you have to work around and also make fucking commitments to. Make a commitment. If I was a wizard and I said, oh, never mind, I'm tired of using a spellbook, I don't want to do that. Can I be a sorcerer now? That would be fucking annoying. It's the same way with weapon mastery in my mind. It's like, oh, I'm tired of claymore. I don't want to use that no more. Anyway. Vay says, you're right, though. There needs to be flaws to help a player shine along the way. Agreed. Watt says, on the topic of negative stats on races, it would have been okay if they actually gave them equivalent benefits to the disadvantages they got. Basically, any race that had a negative stat was Garbo tier, but the thing is, this isn't about competitiveness. This isn't a competitive game. D&D is so easily broken, it's genuinely bonkers. Like, D&D is one of the last vestiges of I'm not trying to min-max this shit. I have. Because if you play Deadlock, League of Legends, fucking Halo, if you play anything, somebody's gonna be like, actually, technically, this is the right way to play. And D&D is the same. You could be like, oh, well, if you put negative traits on a race, they're Garbo tier. Okay, I guess, but I don't care. Because if I wanted to min-max, I'd play a variant human every single time. I would always take Wizard, and I would always take fucking Wish and Simulacrum. But I'm not going to do that. If they can make it work with their backstory, it can be interesting, but holy heck, it'll be annoying. It also forces you to actually work together as a team, which is better than just trying to outdo each other. Agreed. I would think to present the hard rules first as a degree of play, then leave a note like, feel free to play without the downsides if you want. Agreed, because if you go the other way, you seem like a dick. But if you go the way of making things easier, then people are always happy. I thought the whole point of downsides of movement speed is that they got boosted up with evasiveness, etc. Well, no. Only 2 races with lowered movement speed were good. Halflings, because Lucky was busted, and dwarves, because being able to use heavy armor as any class at level 1, including wizards, was busted. But no, it was not balanced in any good way. There was a lot of small races that super struggled with the lower movement speed, and that sucked. But that's the flavor. I don't even think here's something you're not going to want to hear. I don't think halflings should be good. I think they should be bad. I think if you're playing a halfling adventurer, you should be at a significant disadvantage. I think that's the entire point of the entire species if you're trying to base them around Tolkien's hobbits, which was the original, inspiration. I think they should be bad. And that you should feel okay with that. It's okay to be at a disadvantage. You should feel like a small person in a big person's world. You should feel like you have lesser capabilities in combat when you come from a super comfy, cozy, happy-go-lucky society. And that's okay. That makes it all the more interesting when you do succeed. Also, the idea that all orcs are dumb was stupid. Yeah, well, so that's a difficult topic, Watt. I agree. However, I ask you this. Do you think that it would be worse? Do you think the system would be better off to always have no negatives on any of the mental stats? That means charisma, wisdom, and intelligence? Or do you think it's better off just saying, okay, orcs have a lower proclivity toward intelligence? Because, I mean, like, I guess that could make sense, arguably. You could say that there is a species that has a lower, you know, rate of learning or a lower rate of information retention. I think the problem isn't that orcs had a negative to intelligence. I think the problem is that dungeon masters and players are unclear on what intelligence means in the specific context of D&D. Intelligence in a real world setting has a totally different connotation to intelligence in D&D, because in D&D it just means information recall and memorization, right? But there's a lot of types of intelligence. There's emotional intelligence. There's like experience intelligence. There's like a worldly intelligence. There's informational intelligence. There's, what's the word I'm looking for? Application intelligence, like your ability to imply learned information, right? And those are different than D&D's concept of what intelligence is. That's true. It does get extrapolated in every setting. I agree that is very limiting, Watt, and I do think that having stats tied directly to races does limit your ability as a DM to change things, but you could always change that, right? Like, I guarantee there's been a DM out there who says, actually, no, my halflings are very strong. They have dwarven blood and they get a +2 to strength. And that's fine. And no one bats an eye, and they take away the other +2. Good question, Trekkie. For me, HP is the will to fight. HP is your stamina and your capability to keep on your feet. I'm all right, Peggy. How you doing? Peggy. Intelligence is also kind of the ease in which you can be smart, you know, but it doesn't tie directly to how smart someone is. Yeah, agreed. So I think the problem with it, orcs are always the go-to for the argument about stats tied to races, and to a degree, I agree that having a permanent negative to intelligence on an entire species or race forever is very limiting. However, somebody had to have the negative intelligence, right? Like, assuming you're allowing negatives to wisdom and charisma, just obstinately saying, nope, not intelligence though, not that one, because that could be a problem or could be viewed as problematic or limiting is a little weird. It's like, okay, yeah, but you could have a buff halfling too, or you could have a very wise fucking dwarf or an exceptionally heavy constitution on a human. It's debatable is all I'm saying. Intelligence is book smart and wisdom is street smarts. Essentially, Flora, yes. I completely agree. I always found the HP is meat argument dumb and annoying, but the rules didn't help avoid those arguments. Agreed. You could call it a cultural thing. Orcs don't have fancy schools. True. Watt says, that's honestly so fair, but in theory, this was not how it was to be fair. The orc race was just worse than half-orc. True. The negative stat should be counteracted by a huge benefit to balance a race. So, taking out the negative, you're left with only the positive. And I know D&D isn't a game you have to min-max, but power imbalance can feel bad at the table between party members. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. Spooky Limit says, always love hearing you yap about your interest, Ruze, and thanks for checking out the project. Was happy to contribute a little art for it. Hell yeah, Spooky Limit. Thank you for the soup and thank you for the contributions. I'll get back to the book in a second. I just like using this as an opportunity to talk, especially because Hollow Marches is coming up soon, and I'm going to have these conversations again, but I'm just getting this out of the way before we have it again. It's Sky Limit, by the way. I'm just in the... Holy shit, you're right. Holy shit. Well, thank you, Sky Limit. All right, so here's the thing about min-maxing. Min-maxing at the table and differences in min-maxing can be not fun, but again, the nature of tabletop is that it falls upon your group and your DM to fix that, because there's nothing you can do to stop that. There's no amount of balance you can write in the rules to say it's all positives unless you want a setting or scenario or situation or rule set that does not allow for negatives, because you will always have players who will try to min-max even at tables where it is not encouraged or allowed. And you either need very mature players who don't care and are like, that's fine, this guy gets his fun by being, you know, hyper statted up and always rolling well and feeling like he's air quotes winning at a game you inherently cannot win. And we have fun with story, or you need a DM who will shut that down. Personally, I lean toward shutting that down. If I knew a player was making a build specifically just to do some dumbass fucking TikToks or Reddit horror stories like D&D combo ability for when they hit level 18 and they multi-classed into Warlock and Bard and Paladin, and they have the rest of their levels put into Wizard so they can do the Infinite Simulacrum glitch while also using Eldritch Blasts that hit for crit damage every turn and always fire 360 feet away while they're off the board, then I'm going to tell them no. I'm going to be like, nah, dude, do you have a reason story-wise why you want that to happen? Because if not, not interested. I'm the DM, and I say that you die instantly. How's that sound? Do you really want to try and min-max this game? Because I'll win. You cannot beat God. Is Hollow Marches for Mimbies? Or will this be a stream for everyone? Everybody gets to watch Hollow Marches. The players are the Hollow Stars boys at the moment. I'm kind of a power gamer. Same. I'm a power gamer, but I'm also a story gamer. I balance those two things. I want my builds to feel good, but I don't design builds around... I design my builds around what's interesting to me, not strong, right? So if I have a concept I really like a time mage, I'll design my build around trying to flavor a mage toward being a time mage, even before time was an applicable thing to put on wizards. Back when I had to use cold spells almost exclusively and slow and things like that. But I also like my characters to feel strong, I agree. However, I will never be the person who plays a character or a build just because it's good. That's why I refuse to play the meta in MOBAs and things like that, because it has to interest me first. Build the strongest build of your concept. Don't build a concept around the strongest build. Agreed. That's a good statement. I like that. Anyway, all of this is to say, I agree that failure is interesting. I like success. I don't want to play for failure, but I think failure is interesting. Struggle is interesting. It's why I have a heavy interest in trying out Old School Revival at some point. OSR, I think it's called. Yeah, OSR, Old School Revival, because I want to experience first and second edition in their true forms, and that sort of meat grinder style play. I think that would be a really, really cool setting in which to play a very story-driven character, because the risk is so high, because I would feel so invested, because I know at any moment I could die to some dumb shit, right? Like a fucking vampire could come out, bite me, and drain 5 levels off my character and kill me, or something stupid, right? That is interesting. That breeds this tension and this strong desire to value my character, where if the character could just be like an unstoppable god all the time, and all of us have like a plus 15 in stealth and perception, and everybody's good at everything, I'm like, dude, why am I here? I don't feel like a part of the party. I just feel like we're all the Avengers, and we're all great at everything, and we don't really need to call on each other. We're just the best. Agreed, Padre. Yeah, the Munchkin raid group. I'm even struggling with this right now. I'll let you in on a spoiler for Hollow Marches. I'm about to start reading again, by the way. I'm going to read Librarian after this. This is my last point on this. I'll let you in on a little spoiler. In the new D&D, it is completely possible, plausible, and not even hard, actually incredibly easy, to be skilled in virtually every skill. So how many skills are there on a D&D player sheet? Let me check. Oops, wrong one. Hold on. All right, so on a D&D player sheet, there should be, oh, I don't fucking know, a ton of fucking skills, right? All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 skills you could have as a player. Let me give you an example. Gerard's character has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skills. At level 1 of 18 skills, there is nowhere to grow. Gerard has 10 of those 18 skills by himself at level 1. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? Why would you ever need to ask another player to do anything with you? Why do you care? Adrian Canale says, hey Ruze, happy 9 months is my least favorite idol. In terms of character creation, I tend to find random pieces of character art and build an adventure around that, no matter how unoptimized. That sounds cool as hell. Thank you for 9 months. He didn't even do it on purpose. It just happened. Gerard is not playing a character that is meant to be skilled. Like, Gerard is not a class that gets a ton of skills. That just happened. Can he even remember all 10? Absolutely not, no. No, I will 100% be saying, yes, Gerard, you can do that a lot. Gerard is going to be like, can I do this thing? And I'll be like, yep. Yeah, you can. Yep. Which, to be fair, he's allowed to try anything he wants, but he's probably going to ask frequently, do I have a skill in that? I'll be like, yes. Yes, you do. Is he a knowledgeable cleric? No. Again, he is not a character that should have a lot of skills. He just has that. Because at level 1, it's insanely easy to get that. At level 1, you can get one of your background feats. Everybody gets a background feat for free, by the way. And a lot of the backgrounds have the feat skilled, which gives them 3 skills for free. You also get 2 skills for your background existing at all. So that's 5. You get 2 skills for your your class. So that's 7. You can take skilled again if you have an extra feat at level 1, which Gerard does. So he did. So he has 10. So that is 10 skills out of your 18 that you were good at, that you never had to ask another party member for. Now let's imagine that you're in a party with, I don't know, let's say an average party has 4 players. Even if every other player takes a different skill from you and tries not to overlap you, not taking the skilled feat, other players would still, you would only need 2 other players to have every skill, period, in D&D ready to go. Cool. Skilled is free now? Yes. It's a background feat you could have. Thanks, Axelhead. Wait, skills don't need levels? No. Once you're skilled in them, you're skilled in them. They just level up as you level up. As you get better proficiency or better stats, they go up. So once you're skilled in it, that's it. You're just skilled in it forever. You're just always good at it. So is it mandatory to have many skills? Not mandatory, but the lowest amount you could have at level 1 is 4. Is there a way to lose skills? Rules is written? No. Me? Yes. How did Gerard get 10? Accident. And by that, I mean, he was very confused during character creation, so he's kind of just default picking whatever I said first, and I was reading the handbook off to him, and I happened to read, you may pick a second background feat. We suggest skilled. So he picked skilled. Again. So Gerard gets to carry himself then. Not exactly. Gerard is just going to be the type of character that could say, I try to everything. And the reason I hate this is because if, let's say you're rogue, right? It's like, can I pick the lock? And you're like, yeah, dude, that's your thing. That's your flavor. I bet you feel pretty good about doing that, right? Go ahead, try to pick that lock. And if the rogue fails, Gerard is the type of player who's like, I can do it too. And then outshines the rogue. And then the cleric's like, oh, can I do a medicine check on the body to see how it died? And then fails. And Gerard's like, I could do that too. And then succeeds. And then the rogue's like, can I stealth in there? And the rogue gets caught, and Gerard's like, can I stealth in to save him? And it's like, yep, You sure can. Go for it. Cool. Cool. Feels good. Feels good. Oh, this is nothing against Gerard. This is, yeah, nothing against Gerard or the way he built his character. He didn't mean to do this. He's not going to be this player. I'm not saying this is who he is. I'm saying this is what his character is, which is annoying. I've had bad experiences with 3E. DMs forcing me to make a skill roll that I know I will fail, so I do prefer that everyone be decent at everything. Absolutely not. 0%. I hard disagree with that. I understand having bad experiences with that and being forced to make a skill roll you know you're going to fail, but fail it. Who cares? So fail. I mean, first of all, thank you for the soup. Second of all, I don't care. Like, make me fail then. I'll fail that. I don't care. Everyone being decent and everything, it's just goofy. That being said, it's flavor, and you're not wrong to feel that way. I just do not like that. I want the real, genuine, serious opportunity to fail at things. I do not want my, you know, academic bard who's never once been out in the real world, who's like sort of a foppish, like decadent dandy, to suddenly be able to like do a backflip over a chasm and pick a lock. That just seems incredibly bonkers, like out of character and goofy to me. That's fair, Watt. Not tied with a nat 1. Oh! I've rolled nat 1s that my current DM has just waved away. The thing is, okay, so a lot of this is alleviated or compounded by DMs. Either the DM makes it worse or they make it better, right? So my personal play style, I would be very angry at a DM that rolled, like, hand waved away nat 1s. I would be very pissed. But a lot of people would be happy for that, and that's okay. Different play styles, like Trekkie, not like wanting anybody to feel necessarily, not necessarily. Okay, so don't let me put words in your mouth. What I mean by that is Trekkie saying that Trekkie prefers everybody being at least vaguely decent at everything. That's not wrong. That's not a bad play style. I would hate that. I would feel like nobody feels special. And nobody feels like they have a role, but it's the same reason I hate, like, in Final Fantasy XIV that everybody can play every class, right? That drives me insane. That somebody could just be like, oh, don't worry, guys, I'm switching to Paladin. So, I'm just as good at Paladin as somebody who's just started Paladin and committed to it all the way down the line. That drives me insane because it makes it so that everybody feels like they are good at everything, and there is no identity for anyone. And I'm afraid of D&D running down that road, basically. I'm afraid of fighters feeling like rogues, feeling like rangers, feeling like, you know, every other martial class, and then every caster feeling like every caster. When everyone's super, no one is. Exactly. I am the syndrome. I am syndrome, and I agree. People have been worried about that for years, and here it is, coming to fruition. We're watching it happen. What if everyone's fairly average, but only a few skills are given more emphasis? I mean, that's what current D&D is, right? Like, everyone is pretty okay at everything. You're never really bad at anything, because we can't have anybody feel bad. Can't have negatives. If you have negative stats, everybody's going to be very sad and quit playing your game, and it won't be as marketable. And then there's a few things that they are very good at, that they're very emphasized towards being good at, which is cool until you get outshined at your thing, right? Then it sucks. Then it feels really bad. Like, if you're fucking fighter who has a -2 to, you know, deception checks deceives the guard after you with your +8 fails to deceive the guard, that's funny. But if your fighter who has a +6 to deception checks while you have a +8 succeeds after you fail, it's like, well, he was really never that bad to begin with. He had almost as much opportunity as me. Why am I the face of this group? Why did I spec into this? He's also a better fighter than me. So, cool. He's almost as good at deception. He's better at fighting. Whee! The average NPC score is 10. Yes. My party member rolled low at the end of an encounter and ended up losing his main weapon, grappled enemy, but enemy TP'd away. He's pretty bummed at the time, but now we have a new group goal. Bam, bam, bam. Difficulty, problems, negatives, those create interesting narratives, I feel like, that you could play around. All right, we're getting too deep in the weeds, though. We're talking too much about D&D balance. I'll talk about that a little later. The point is, when everybody's super, no one's super. In my mind, in my play style, not everybody has to agree with that. I think there's a lot of different ways to play D&D. I just think that it is always better to have harder things first and guide people towards easier things. It is the same mentality I have toward video games. Do not make my video game incredibly easy. I'm looking at you, Monster Hunter. I'm a little nervous. Make it hard first and then add easy things. Add an easy mode. Add easy potions that pick themselves out of your inventory. Add the ability to, like, you know, eventually spec in, recovery iframes, or being able to cancel out of moves you should have to commit to, or being able to use your mount to pull you out of knockbacks when you should be punished for whiffing your fucking hits. That is where I'm at. I very much think difficulty should be the default, and ease of access should be something you opt into. Otherwise, you will always opt into the ease of access, because you'll assume that's the default. I am very, very, very excited about the new Monster Hunter, Alvarez. I am going to play it day one, second it drops. I fucking love Monster Hunter. I'll never stop supporting Monster Hunter. I am very, 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 very unhappy that my predictions and maudlin mentality in my doomsaying that I started around World is now coming to fruition, much like what I'm watching happen with D&D. Now you got automatic potions that pick themselves. You don't even have to, like, sort your inventory. They just automatically give you the best healer for the situation without ever checking it. There's quick heal slots. You can cancel out of most of your moves. Almost all of your abilities are pretty safe on wind up. The monsters don't move any faster to make up for this, so it's not like they've increased the challenge to go with it. Your fucking mount can pull you out of knockdown so you don't get punished for whiffing. There's no way to get comboed out of things. I would assume your mount can pull you out of paralysis now, so that's something. The point is, it's getting easier and easier to feel like you're a fucking Attack on Titan character in a world of incredibly sluggish creatures that can't keep up with you anymore. So I'm a little scared of that, but we'll see. Mounts can support. Yeah, Shin, if you watch some of the Monster Hunter gameplay trailers, there are times when the player gets knocked back by a monster, and instead of landing on his ass and laying down and being in a bad position that he has to panic to recover from, the mount swoops in and picks up the player. So I assume there's a button or a call you could press that automatically gets the mount to pick you up and take you into an incredibly favorable position, i.e. being hypermobile, out of knockdown. So not only do you not get punished, because you can't be, hit while you're on your mount, probably because it's moving so fast, you are also now in a position to immediately start drinking potions safely and sharpening your weapon. I just don't like mounts in Monster Hunter is what it boils down to. I feel like I do not want mounts in Monster Hunter because it makes the game too easy. I've always disliked the idea that you can drink potions and sharpen on your mounts. I hate it even more now that I know you can instantaneously do it out of knockdown. That's where I'm at. Oh, sorry. There's a Velociraptor mount, and it ducks its head down and flips you up on its back. Do you like flexing when drinking potions? Honestly, yeah. I mean, it doesn't make much sense. I don't mind that you could slow walk while drinking potions. I do think there's a certain level of, like, goofiness that shouldn't be there. I like the level of verisimilitude of being able to move around while you drink a potion. But if you've ever tried to drink a water bottle while sprinting, you can't do it. You could not do it. You could not ingest it. It would not happen. It's impossible. Walking, sure. Walking out of the way, I get that. But sprinting and doing it, not happening. However, being able to just mount up and free drink, that annoys the shit out of me. I'm very much on the other end of the spectrum with you on these. That's fair, King's Wit. I think it's totally fine to feel that way. I just think it's annoying because there's no, like, so the argument that I will get often from people when I talk about this is, well, you should well, you don't have to push the button. You don't have to use it. It's like, oh, you're right. Let me consciously, mentally stop myself from moving and just press the drink button. and never take advantage of these automated systems. That would drive me insane. Let me consciously stop myself from using these like systems that are making the game easier. Let me actively like ignore the fact that there's a hotkey you could just push that will automatically give you the best potion and sort through things. It's super frustrating. Kexkrieger says, think it would be possible to get once in an actual holo tabletop based with all the lore of all the idols and all the good stuff. Same as wait, what? Think it would be possible to get once do you think it would be possible to get once an actual holo tabletop based with all the lore of all the idols and all the good stuff, same as questing with, oh, no, I don't think that would ever happen. Could I do that? Yes. Would cover do that? No. If you're asking, like, could there be a tabletop setting with all of Holo's actual lore and characters? I do think that is possible. I don't think it's likely, and it would be a vastly different system from something like D&D, right? Because you've got, like, actual gods and shit running around in Holo Pro, like genuine deities. That would be difficult to make a game. Not that you couldn't. You could do it, but it would be tough. Nitro Rugrat says, yeah, let me find a guide to make my game harder because it came out too easy. That's kind of where I'm at, right? Like having the option in my options menu to say like auto potions, that's fine. Having to like go in and turn off auto potions while playing through the game, not knowing that that's an option or not being told. I would even accept like at the beginning of the game, it says, hey, do you want auto potions on or off as soon as I start the game? If I could just say off, that's fine. That I agree with. If you could say like, okay, no mounts, that I agree with. But the game is balanced around the idea that you have a mount to keep up with monsters who are running, and it's because it's open world and it's very big and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I'm getting too deep in the reads. Starting over, we're done. We're done talking about that for a second. We're done talking about that for a second. No more gameplay difficulty. Let's get back into the book because I want to have a good time. And while I do enjoy discussing this, it doesn't genuinely piss me off. It does bum me out a little bit to see games I love going down this path. It doesn't piss me off. But I do want to focus on things that genuinely make me happy, and this book is one of them, so. All right, so let's do librarian because I'm curious about it. This is another background, by the way. You were a librarian and a scholar before you began adventuring. Oh, this is by Semi-Luminary, by the way. Your love of knowledge and books is second to none, and you are willing to share your knowledge with anyone who shows interest and capacity to appreciate it. Your excellent and wide-ranging reading habits have also made you an exceptional reader of people as well. Ooh. Skill proficiencies, history and insight. Tool proficiencies, calligrapher's supplies. Makes sense. Languages, 2 of your choice. Okay, I like it. Equipment, a bottle of black ink, several sheets of paper, a rapier, a set of common clothes, a book you have not yet finished, and a pouch containing 10 gold. Ooh. Good luck, Shin. All right, reading selection. You have, of course, read widely and deeply from the well of knowledge that is the library, but every reader has a favored topic. Yeah, for me, it's fantasy. This topic is your specialty as a librarian. The arts and performance, the natural sciences, the applied sciences, such as alchemy and artificing, arcana and magic, human nature and history, combat and military history. Nice. Feature, academic connection. As a librarian of high repute, you've been vouched for by your associates and superiors. You carry a letter from a high academic authority, which recommends that you be granted entry to personal libraries, research facilities, and restricted library areas. It also serves as a letter of introduction to other scholars and librarians. Very cool, very cool. This is, in fact, a background, and it's pretty nice. I like a lot of the flavor in this. Very Gandalf core with the whole, like, I'm allowed to go into this library and study. I have things I must attend to. Rides over to Gondor and starts studying their fucking, like, lore on the ring. Anyway, suggested characteristics. Librarians are defined by their close relationship with books and their libraries. A librarian, much like other scholars, has spent many years with books as a primary companion, and their actions and words reflect this wealth of knowledge. Mushroom King says, I love how Grampire became associated with rapier somehow. Oh, he carried a rapier. There's a rapier on his side. He always had a rapier attached to him. I mean, I know his real love was spears, but he did carry a sidearm. Personality trait. My nose is always in a book. I love to regale people with tales from books I've read. I have a quote for every occasion. My large vocabulary permeates my speaking patterns. Yeah, kind of like how I always carry a big-ass axe, but I love knives. I'm a big knife lover. I'm also a longsword lover. You know, I like a lot of weapons, to be fair. I also love spears, halberds. I like bows. I like crossbows. I kind of just like weapons, I'm realizing. But if I had to carry another weapon alongside my great axe, it would definitely be knives. Gotta have that CQC shit for when I'm not crushing monsters. So sorry, says, hey, I got kicked into membership, and then I started watching the HoloMarch stuff. Ah, shit, I think I'm stuck here now. I'm so sorry it happened to you. You found the door to darkness. Welcome. Thanks for a month. That's a shocker. Yeah, I really don't lean toward blunt weapons. That's about it. I'm not a big, like, maces or bats type of guy, or, like, you know, quarterstaffs. I like my bladed weapons. I like axes, halberds, spears. Yeah. I'd love to see you use a Bardiche. You know, I don't love Bardiche. Bardiche is okay, but it's not my favorite. Now, Lucerne, if I had to pick a blunt weapon, that's a cool fucking blunt weapon. Hey, fellas, did somebody mention the door to darkness? Machete. Yeah, I'd use a machete. I'm obsessed with forming book clubs. Oh, that's a personality trait, baby. Let's go. I must always obtain the latest book in my field of study. I visit every library and scholar I cross paths with. I am always seeking new people with whom I'd like to share my knowledge. Ooh. Honestly, I think number 3 would be the one I'd take, just so I can make up quotes on the spot and then try to, like, I want the challenge of trying to freeball that and then have people ask me. You know, like, somebody in the party gets knocked down by a dragon, and then you have to, like, you're like, oh, remember, it's an ancient proverb that those who get knocked down by dragons will never get up. You know, and they're like, what book did that come out of? And you have to make up a book title on the spot. That'd be so fucking funny. You're fine, Mushroom King. Ideal. Education. Mankind could be vastly improved by reading more books. Literacy. Literacy should be required for all sentient beings. Communication. Knowledge longs to be freely shared. Power. Books are the path to true power. Wisdom. Books are communal means of expressing truth and beauty. Betterment. Libraries provide a path to self-improvement. Ruzader Book Club, that already exists. Goshujin Sama. I do like arrows, yeah. My favorite book, Scrombus Quest, the quest of the great hero Scrombus. Yeah, I love when Scrombus tried to fight that fucking windmill. That was so cool. Bond. It is my duty to educate my fellow adventurers. I must improve the collection of my home library. I own a set of forbidden knowledge that must be kept safe. Ooh, that's a cool one. I lost a particular book and will stop at nothing to get it back. I am writing a treatise on my area of study. My fellow librarians are my true friends. Flaw. Ooh. I liked when he said it's Scrom time and Scrommed all over the place. Agreed. That was really cool, yeah. Scrombus and the Tale of the Dreaded Gazebo. Yeah, that one's a classic. Do you guys remember Scrombus and the Hallowed Halls of the Dinkleberry? Pollux, what do you want? Why are you chirping? You sound like a little dumb bird. All right, Bond. No, wait, flaw. Once I open a new book, I literally can't put it down until I'm finished. I cannot stop talking about books I've read. I am very pushy about others gaining a proper education. When I'm reading, I get very cranky if anyone bothers me. I must collect and inspect every book known to man. I believe all knowledge should be shared, even when it's not mine to share. To whom it may concern, this librarian can be trusted. Please show them the vault. Oh. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so that's some backgrounds. Let's do some subclasses. Let's see. Last time we took a look at the Crimzon Rulez. Let's take a look at the way of the... Actually, let's take a look at the Path of the Corrupted, and then we'll take a look at the way of the Continuous Palm, because these are the Ruzader coded ones. All right, let's go. So, Path of the Corrupted. All right. It's a barbarian path, by the way. For many Elysian citizens, corruption is a death sentence. Victims of corruption beasts attacks who die are the lucky ones. For those who live will eventually die a slow and agonizing death from the corruption. Some rare individuals, however, somehow manage to find a way to not only survive the corruption, but even harness it as a source of power. These individuals are forever changed, parts of themselves permanently corrupted both physically and spiritually. Yet they are too stubborn to die, and instead choose to spit at corruption beasts by turning their own powers against them. Ooh, ooh. Very cool. All right, let's see what we got. So, starting at level 3, when you pick up the subclass, here we go. Oh, I expect this to be very flavorful. Oh, the art is by Sky Limit Art, by the way. The writing and mechanical balance is by Pause 212. Ta-da! Axel! Welcome in. Hello, Axel and Altair and possibly Bettel, who played Deadlock without me because they hate me and they want me to die. They waited until I was streaming and then said, we're going to play Deadlock now because they hate me and they want me to die. How's it going, gamers? Take a look at this cool fucking project. I know I already spammed this in our DMs, but look at this. Look, it's a 5e D&D style like book with subclasses and backgrounds and monsters and magic items designed around us, the HOLOSTARS-EN boys. Is that not the coolest shit you've ever seen? Look, there's a subclass for fighter called Hero. There's a subclass for... Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Don't you worry. I'm going to find it. It's in here. I promise I'll find it. Boom. There's a subclass for Monk for Axel called the Way of Many. Boom. Bam. Boom. How do you like that? How do you like that, baby? That looks like my essay I did for my uni work, or shall I say my best friend ChatGPT. You got to stop doing ChatGPT, you little animal. You're going to get into whatever field you're studying in, and you're not going to know what the fuck's going on. I am terrified for this next, like, wave of college graduates. I can't wait for a doctor to, like, be like, ChatGPT, how do I remove this man's spleen while I'm on the operating table? I'm going to be the Homer Simpson at the power plant. Oh, no. Oh, no. The way of ChatGPT is a Monk subclass. Man, we're doomed. We're dead as fuck. We're dead as fuck when we get here. All right, let's read. Okay, so Path of the Corrupted. Here we go. Thanks for the raid, gamers. Welcome in, Axolotls. Welcome in. All right. Corruption Overflow. You tame the corruption within and tap into it as a source of rage. Starting from level 3 onward, when you rage, you can choose to overflow your corruption outward into a ring of deadly energy. While you are raging, any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you or successfully makes a melee attack against you takes 1d4 corruption damage, and you deal an extra 1d4 corruption damage when you hit a creature with your melee attacks. The corruption damage increases to 1d6 at 5, 1d8 at level 11, and 1d10 at level 17. Boom, bam, boom. Let's go. You'll never know, Sneechtickle. You'll never know. It's too late. Corrupted form. At 3rd level, a part of your body, perhaps one of your arms or a part of your torso, is permanently transfigured into something similar to that of corruption beasts. You gain proficiency in the intimidation skill. Additionally, when the corruption parts of your form are visible, you have advantage on charisma intimidation checks. Spirit corruption.
At 6th level, your corruption now overflows even more, ravaging others spiritually as well. While your corruption overflow feature is active, whenever you score a critical hit against a hostile creature with a melee attack, or if you reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, all creatures within 10 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they are frightened until the end of their next turn. Damn. That's pretty fucking strong, actually. That's pretty insanely strong to be able to spam fear like that. That's scary. That might need tuning. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's only until the end of their next turn, so it's not insane because you do have to drop an enemy or crit. But man, that could be really dirty if you took that and then, took Gladiator as your, Champion as a fighter sub-spec. Woo! That being said, it does read all creatures, so it would affect allies too, so that is a slight balancing feature, so that's good. At least you couldn't be, like, doing this while in melee combat near your allies. Though it doesn't say you're allowed to choose, it says they have to. So really, it just means you're hard to fight around you. I like that. I think that's funny. Devouring corruption. Your corruption can now even devour the spirit of others and rob them of their life force. At 10th level, while your corruption overflow feature is active, you can use your corrupted parts or extend your corruption to either one of your limbs or your mouth in order to perform a special unarmed attack that can either replace one of your attacks or be used as a bonus action. It is considered a natural weapon that deals 1d4 plus your strength modifier corruption damage. When you hit a creature with this attack while raging, you regain hit points equal to the damage dealt. But not temporary hit points. Interesting, it's actual hit points. Damn. You can only use Devouring Corruption once per turn. This attack counts as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistances and immunities. Damn! Strong. All right, and last but not least, Corruption Overdrive. You force your corruption's intensity into an overdrive, ravaging yourself as much as your enemies. Starting at 14th level, when you enter a rage, or as a bonus action while you're already raging, you can force your corruption to go into an overdrive. While you're in overdrive, you roll the dice for your corruption overflow feature. But you take corruption damage equal to half the roll whenever you hit with a melee attack. Oh, you roll double the dice for corruption overflow, but you take damage equal to half whenever you land a melee attack. Corruption overdrive ends when your rage ends, or you can end it as a bonus action. That's pretty good. I like that. Since rage is per long rest, it should be fine, and it's good sustain for damage. Don't you get like a ton of extra rages as you level up? Like by the time you got Devouring Corruption, I'm pretty sure you can rage a lot. Especially in 5.5. That's another example of the flattening rage. Or flattening mechanics. So barbarians, to stay raging, because it is a rage, right? Because you are pissed off and fighting, right? It used to be that a barbarian had to land a hit, take a hit, or do something basically that had to do with combat to stay pissed off enough to keep their rage. I thought that was cool. Now, a barbarian can take a hit, do a hit, make a strength check, make a grapple. Those are all fine. Or they can just say, no, I keep raging by burning a bonus action. So really, there's no way to stop a barbarian if they want to keep raging. There's like, no, I'm still raging. Because I guess they want to. Cool. Oh, well. I'm going to try not to judge it until I play it. We'll see. All right, here we go. Quit raging about the mechanics.
No.
Watt says, I gotta disagree with you wholeheartedly on this one, King. Barbarians losing their rage in between each of the rooms of a dungeon suck. Hey, I disagree with you again. In my experience, playing D&D, there's a total of 3 to 5 fights maximum in a 4 to 5 hour session. Maximum. Each barbarian, even at level 1, could maintain rage for any important fight they wanted and should not be raging every fight. If you're raging every fight, it is not a mechanic that is special. It is just something that should always be active. In which case, it's not rage. It's just, this is my class mechanic. That's equivalent to like fucking unarmored defense. Just leave it on then. What's the point? Why bother? Why pretend like it's something you have to turn on or activate? It just is. So I disagree with you wholeheartedly. To be fair, that's a hunger design problem, where they put every single subclass feature onto Rage. True, that is kind of their fault. If a character's angry, wouldn't their moves be a bit more sloppy? They have a thing for that. It's called Reckless Attack, which is also very good now. Barbarians got a buff, and I like that for Barbarians. It's just some of the stuff, I feel like they're so afraid of negatives or inconvenient class design that they're willing to take out all of the flavor for it. It's kind of like taking auras away from Paladins and fucking WoW. Like, oh yeah, that's just not a thing anymore. No more aura dancing. No more stance dancing for warriors. Fuck that. It's like, dude, why? Why are you taking that away? 'Cause... Watt says, it's like how every Monk feature has key. It'd be interesting to run out of resources if they could do anything without it. I disagree. I inherently disagree. I have never had more fun playing a wizard than when someone stole my spellbook and I had to figure out how to, like, do something with it. Do something without it, rather. Someone took my spellbook and I had to survive without it. There was a part of a dungeon where I had to dive underwater and swim to the next cavern. I had to have my wizard take off his spellbook, take off most of his fancy clothes, strip down to just his fucking pants and no boots, take his little shitty rapier and dive through the water, and then he had to go through the next, like, 2 rooms in one combat with no fucking spellbook. It was awesome. I felt awesome. It was bad, like, mechanically, and I'm not saying I would want to do this all the time, but it was cool. I think you should feel weak without your mechanics. That's fun. There should be times when you feel bad, like, you feel objectively weak. That's cool. That's a fun story moment. I'm talking about, oh, I ran out of my fun points. I can't have fun now. That's what a spellbook is. Like, okay, so wizards don't need spellbooks anymore. Just, they memorize it all forever, for always. I had a wizard in the party tattoo their spells on. There's a subclass for that now, too. I get what you're saying, though, Watt. You're right. In the hands of a bad DM, that would be incredibly unfun. And unfun to play. When you run out of your fun points, yeah, that would suck. Especially if it's just like arbitrary or the DM throws enough bullshit at you to try and wear down your resources until you're out of fun points. That's not fun. But I think willy-nilly using rage should be punished if you're just going to spam it every fight. Because at that point, you're not using rage, you just have a permanent buff on. And if you're going to get mad at your DM because you ran out of fun points, then, I mean, like, you misused your points. Just like you misused your spell slots. If your fucking wizard says, I cast my 6 spells all in the first fight, well, fuck you, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You did that. You made a choice. Oh, that's what it is. Statement is false. I see. Gru Nimbus, thanks for being a Ruzader. Most of my party is long distance fighters, but I'm a barbarian, so I gotta develop my super fun cannon arm to yeet heavy weapons. Oh. Yeah, that sounds interesting, Nitro Rugrat. That's fair, Watt. That's fair. That's understandable. I agree with that. Trekkie says, conserving power / points isn't always fun, especially when each conflict feels difficult. It's not supposed to always be fun. It's supposed to create a juxtaposition so you have that high when you use your power points. If I'm like Super Saiyan 10 every fight, Super Saiyan 10 doesn't mean anything. That's the baseline. You're supposed to not have fun when you're losing your power points. Or rather, you're supposed to have fun in the figuring out how to fight at a disadvantage, to fight from a weaker standpoint than you otherwise would have been at. Now, I do agree with Watt and with you to a degree, Trekkie, where I think that there should be mechanics that are fun outside of your super mode, right? The fact that everything a barbarian can do is tied to rage, that is a problem, even though that's not necessarily true. I mean, they still have unarmored defense, increased movement speed. I believe they can still reckless attack outside of rage, and even if they can't, you can always do things that aren't just attacking. This is the classic fighter problem people complain about. Fighter's boring because all you can do is swing your sword. You don't do anything fun. If you don't play Battle Master, you just swing your sword. Okay, you're playing in a boring way. I don't know what to tell you. Push an enemy. Fucking throw a barrel. Like, try to grapple someone and toss them off a cliff. Help a teammate. Fucking use your shield to throw a teammate up into the air to give them something to do. I don't do anything besides thinking directly in the box of what it says you could do on your character sheet. Like, yeah, I guess barbarians don't have anything outside of rage, except for literally whatever you want to do. It's D&D. Do whatever. Like, literally besides attacking, do anything you want. Anything you want. That's my argument, I guess. Barbarians have shields? I think barbarians can wield shields, yes. They cannot wear armor. Well, they could wear armor, but they'd be at a disadvantage. Actually, no, I think barbarians having shields actually puts them at the same disadvantage. I'm thinking rangers. Rangers can use shields with no drawback. Okay, Watt, fair. I think between Watt, Trekkie, and I, here's what I'm gonna say. We just have different ideas of fun, and as a Luddite who enjoys like getting my shit rocked over and over again in Dark Souls and starting with the worst start in fucking RPGs and being a regular mook and hates MMOs telling me I'm the chosen one, I think maybe my idea of fun is often what other people would consider monotony or limiting, and that's fair. Oh, fair enough, Name. Thank you. I wasn't sure. I haven't actually played Barbarians. I've only run a campaign for a Barbarian for like 3 years. I'm not a masochist. I enjoy challenge. There's a very big difference. Yes, if I have to fight somebody, I want them to like use their full force. And if I had to choose between like, you know, HEMA or LARP, I'll take HEMA every time because I want someone to get like rock my shit if they're physically able to rock my shit. But that does not make me a masochist. It just means I want to be challenged. All right, so let's talk about Monk, Way of the Contemptuous Palm, shall we? Sometimes you just want to play a dirt peasant becoming more. Yes! That's what I'm fucking talking about, dude. If I'm the chosen one and God gave me my power and like everybody in the goddamn dungeon is like, oh, useless fucking pathetic simpering loser, Sama. I just think you're the hottest, coolest thing around, and because you have the fastest reaction time on the server, you're stronger than everybody else, even though you have no actual flavor or design or anything cool about you. My isekai protagonist thirst trap man. Versus like a guy who has nothing and does nothing and loses everything and has to struggle from like nothing and still manages to win through creativity or like, I don't know, fucking like ingenuity alone. Boom, bam, boom, baby. I'm choosing option 2 every time. That feels cool as fuck. Frodo getting that ring to the fucking Mount Doom, that feels good. If Aragorn had done it, it would have felt like, okay, yeah, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. He is Aragorn. Okay, sure, yeah, got it. But Frodo doing it, that's cool as fuck. Tulip Angie says, I had a sorcerer who mostly used fire, and we ended up in a place where all the enemies were either resistant or immune to fire damage. Hey, your DM was a dick. But also, as long as it wasn't permanently like that. Once or twice, I get it. Permanently? That's kind of mean, man. It's kind of like a DM who says, no undead in a campaign with clerics. Like, nope, not allowed. It's okay, Ruze. You can just say you hate SAO. I can't say that. I'm legally not allowed to say that. But if I could say that, Cover wouldn't like that. I would never say that. I would never say that. I would say I hate certain narrative choices they make in SAO, and that the writer has clearly never played an MMO in their life. And you would be right. Thank you. Sounds like you might like the old Berserk. I've never read this Berserk, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna. It's never gonna be finished, so that's a big, that sucks. Rest in peace, author, by the way. Sorry that happened. That sucks, especially for Berserk fans. Second, it's got a lot of shit in it that I'm like, man, I don't think I want that depicted in a visual medium. Which is fine. I'm not saying anybody's like any worse off for like fucking enjoying that or reading that or not enjoying it, rather tolerating it and dealing with it, because obviously it's a mature story with very mature themes with a lot of stuff in it that is there either for shock value to communicate how dark and fucked up the world is, because that kind of shit does happen in the world. That sucks. The world's a bad place sometimes, but I personally don't want to visualize it or read about it. Yeah, it happens, but unless I can, by my hand tear the skin off of those people and put them in a salt bath, I don't want to read about it. Gru Nimbus says, sometimes I like to play Human Fighter because it's simple, yet you can get a lot of flavor and roleplay in the campaign. I think Human Fighter is objectively the choice for people who are probably good role players. And what I mean by that is either if you're picking Human Fighter, you are either brand new to the game or you really want a blank slate to make a very tailored character off of. There's beauty to be had when Mr. Regular Guy picks up a piece of metal and becomes a legend hero. Agreed. Yeah. So my only experience with Berserk was being in a Garns and Boble, and picking it up off a shelf and being like, oh, cool, fantasy novel. Flipping to 4 pages. Not even, I probably opened up a random page and I was like, oh, that's a troll. And I was like, oh. And I was pretty young when I read that, I think. I was like, yeah, that's not for me. I'm like, this seems like a poorly disguised fetish. I've since come to realize that's not what it is. But I was like, I was objectively changed as a person. I was like, somebody wrote about this and drew this? Okay, cool. This feels pretty bad. This kind of sucks. So I was like, I think I'm good. Actually, I think I'm good on ever reading this. So that changed a lot. Now, since then, I've read synopses on it. I've read about the characters. I've read about the lore. There's a lot there. There's a lot to be loved. There's just some things that feels like it doesn't have to be there, or if it was there, you could just say, hey, this happened. Wasn't that fucked up? Without me having to witness it or have it carefully described to me. And I'm like, I think I'm good. Kind of where I'm at. Yeah, Washy, yeah. It's got a good story, but it's tough. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The darkness contributes to the overall story, and I get that. But damn. For me, darker themes are a mood. Berserk's excellent, but you have to vibe with it. Yeah, dark themes are a mood. I like dark themes. Most dark themes don't bother me. It is... You know what? It's probably best we drop this topic because there's... It's hard to discuss this with nuance, especially on a platform like this. And I don't really want to talk about it necessarily while I'm reading this book because I want to enjoy reading this book, and it would take careful discussion to say what I want to say in a way that doesn't feel like I'm demeaning anybody or saying like, oh, well, you're an asshole if you read this or if you like this, because I'm not. It's fine. Berserk is beloved for a good reason. It's got a lot of really, really cool story beats and a lot of really good writing. There are just parts of it I don't particularly like. And parts that I share, there's parts of it that I don't like that are shared amongst a lot of dark fantasy, and I think a lot of it has to do with a skewed perception of who is affected by the darkness in those narratives. Berserk seems to be pretty balanced in who's affected by that darkness. Some narratives very much aren't, and it is a very poorly disguised writer fetish, which Berserk is not. I say again, before I you know, damn anybody for liking Berserk. I think Berserk's cool. I do one day hope I can read it and deal with it or whatever, but as it stands, I just have not had the time. I think I'm in a much better place than when I was a kid and I picked it up to read it now and like deal with that. I was not when I first picked it up. My favorite barbarian subclass right now, Path of the World Tree sounds really fucking cool and very unique and flavorful. Fear and Hunger is definitely on that same list of like, oh, holy shit. But Fear and Hunger is objectively very... It is gritty and dark and deals with the same topics, but in a way that is blind to... it's very even in the way it deals with it. It does not pull punches for the sake of the viewer, and I think that is, in many ways, a little more fair. What's Path of the World Tree like? A lot of healing passively while raging, and I think that's cool. All right, Way of the Continuous Palm. Let's read. Boom. Monks that follow the Way of the Continuous Palm, or Contemptors, focus their negative emotions into raw energy that can be applied to their combat actions. Initially, the Contemptor can focus their mind to empty it of all but contempt for a single specific enemy. This contempt can emotionally and physically harm the enemy, or it can be used to repel the enemy, including effects such as arrow repulsion and disarming. Eventually, the monk develops so much disdain for their fists themselves that they can begin to use the weapon they most despise as a channeling agent for their contempt. Damn, that's some hate right there, baby. Let's go! See you later, Yoon. This is written and balanced by Semi-Luminary, by the way. The art is by Avocados, and mechanics were tweaked by Emu. Nice. All right. Contemptors are, as one could well imagine, unpopular among their peers due to their attitude, but they are so solely driven by their condescending ways that it becomes central to their personality. While groups of contemptors are extremely uncommon, individual contemptors have been known to become adventurers as a way to channel their constant negative emotions. Contemptors are surprisingly functional as party members, provided they are careful to direct their disdain toward enemies and outsiders and avoid focusing their negativity on other adventurers in their group. Let's go, baby. That's a lot of hate. Path of Hatred. Starting when you choose the tradition at 3rd level, when you use deflect missiles, you may choose to spend 1 key point to deal psychic damage to the attacker equal to the initial damage roll. Additionally, when you are hit by a melee attack, you may spend 1 key point to do one of the following. You can cause the attacker to take the same amount of damage done to you. Damn. Or you could disarm them, causing them to drop their weapon at their feet. With no save? I might house rule that. I think that's cool conceptually. I think the mechanics are cool. I think it needs a save. I think it needs a save on the disarm, and I think the cause the attacker to take the same amount of damage done to you might need to be halved. Because if a dragon hits you for like, I don't know, a fucking tail swipe at like 4d10 or something, and you just bop that back for 1 key point with no save and no having, that is a bit bonkers. It also does not say when this effect happens, so theoretically, even an attack that would kill you or down you could be like an outright, like, martyr save, where you dive in the way of a, like, instant kill shot and then reflect the damage back. Whew! You die, but damn. I did not make a whole PDF 4 times the sweets. This was entirely made by the Ruzaders. Isn't that fucking cool? The link's at the top. You can download it. It's got a ton of subclasses. It's got different magic weapons, magic items. It's got monsters. It's got backgrounds. It's got lore. It's got locations. It is incredible. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Not bad name. I could see that. All right, Fist of Scorn. At 3rd level, when you hit an enemy with an unarmed strike, it does additional psychic damage equal to your proficiency. Nice. Now that I like. That's good. Totally fine. Well, wait a minute. It does additional damage equal to your proficiency modifier. Damn, that's a pretty big hike, especially if you're using Flurry. Let's see. So level 1 or level 3, that'd be +2. So that's +2 on a hit, +2 on the Flurry, +2 on the Flurry again. So that's an average of +6 per turn. Pretty strong. Not crazy, but still pretty good. Pretty fucking good. Disrupt energy. Starting at 6th level, Stunning Strike is enhanced against a target that has attacked you or an ally since the end of your last turn. The target has disadvantage on their saving throw against the stun condition. If they fail, all enemies within 5-foot radius of the target must make a saving throw against being stunned. God damn! You would have said, bah! Stun. AoE stun. Brutal. True, the 2012 monk, or 2014 monk, is pretty fucking rough. So, to be fair, this would balance them out a little bit. AoE Stunning Strike is scary as hell to slap on a monk, though. Aura of Contempt. It is only within melee range of the target you hit, so it's not like insane unless you're hitting a large target or a huge target. But damn. Aura of Contempt. Starting at 11th level, you may spend 3 key points to activate your Aura of Contempt in a 10-foot radius until the start of your next turn. While this aura is active, the following effects can, occur. Your Deflect Missiles automatically activates whenever a projectile enters your aura for the first time on your turn. That's really cool, very flavorful, very fun. When you disarm an enemy, their weapon is flung 5 feet outside of your aura. Whoa. Damn. Very cool. Detested weapon. At 17th level, you choose one weapon that you most despise. It must be a simple or martial weapon, and it must lack the heavy property. If it is a versatile weapon, you may only wield it with one hand. When you use this weapon, it counts as an unarmed strike. When you are wielding your detested weapon, you activate Aura of Contempt. You may spend an additional 3 key points, a total of 6, to gain these additional benefits. Okay, so 6 key points. Here we go. The range of Aura of Contempt extends to a 20-foot radius. Whoa. You may select... Well, this is level 17. This is pretty high up. This is a pretty big capstone, so this isn't ridiculous yet. You may select a number of creatures up to your wisdom modifier to be unaffected. All other creatures must make a constitution saving throw against your key save or be pushed outside of your aura. Creatures that enter or leave your aura the first time on a turn take psychic damage equal to your martial arts die plus your proficiency bonus. Okay, for the first time on a turn, I was going to say it's important that they write that in, or you could just walk out, walk in, walk out, walk in. If you use Stunning Strike on a creature that has hit you this round, they automatically fail the save, but the stun condition goes away at the end of their next turn. That's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, very cool. Very cool subclass. Very strong early, but the capstone's definitely well within range at the 17th level. That's fine. And Aura of Contempt is good, but not insane for an 11th level ability. I think that's fine. I will say that the first 2 abilities probably need slight balancing, but it's not like wildly, like unbearably strong or anything. Cool. Let's take a look at some magic items, shall we? Whee! I want to look at what the Cloak of Many Hands does. That's what stands out to me first. So that's what I'm going to take a look at. Cloak of Many Hands. The Cloak of Many Hands is it's a wondrous item. It's an artifact. Is the busy adventurer's greatest helper. This rich purple cloak can generate up to 6 mage hands that can help with sorting, throwing, grabbing, threatening, playing music, breakdancing, and many other useful tasks. Due to the strain placed on the cloak due to creating and managing such a magnificent number of hands, the hands generated by the Cloak of Many Hands have a range of about 10 feet. Impress your fellow adventurers by obtaining one of these fantastic cloaks today. While you wear this cloak, you can use a bonus action to summon 6 mage hands. These mage hands function as normal, except they can only move up to 10 feet away from the wearer. By Semi-Luminary and Avocados, balanced by Emu. Now, the question is, doesn't it take a bonus action to move a mage hand? So how would you move? Could you use all of these in one turn is the question. I think I would rule that you could, because it is a wondrous item. Like, that's a high tier item. Oh, it works in conjunction with a subclass. Okay, Emu. Well, in that case, let's see if anything else works with conjunction of subclasses. Wait a minute. Bug helmet. Dynasty's Helm, wondrous item. A helmet made of the exoskeleton parts scavenged from a giant species of horned beetles. It provides skull protection in a stylish yet menacing fashion, making it ideal for battle or haggling at the local market. The chitin material is lightweight but extremely durable. It is difficult to pierce through and resistant to being crushed, even if stepped on by a medium to large-sized beast. The statement has not been verified by the Guild of Merchant Artisans. In a pinch, the horn pieces could also be used for stabbing foes. While wearing this helm, you gain a +1 to your armor class. Ooh. Additionally, once per day, you can use your action to maximize your menacing energy in a 30-foot radius around you. Creatures of your choice in the area must succeed on a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a creature is frightened of you for 1 minute. It may repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Damn, that's pretty strong. I like that. Oh, you guys like my eye-catching gripper casings? Yeah, they're pretty cool. The artist for that one was Nictahide. No, Nodiyami. Sorry, the writer was Nictahide, and the balancer was Emu. Emu? Damn, Emu, you really went through this and balanced a ton of shit. You're wild. You're strong as hell. You're strong as hell. Eye-catching gripper case. These are wondrous? Damn, these must be good. Damn. I'm a forever understandable. The bright stripes on these foot coverings elicits a strong reaction from any creature that sees them. Repulsed creatures must make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 2d6 psychic damage, or half as much on a successful save. However, creatures who enjoy these are instead healed by 2d6 hit points. Wow. How often can I activate this? Forever? I'm gonna assume it's on first sight. I think it functions like looking a basilisk in the eyes, right? That's free psychic damage, baby. It's either free psychic damage or it's somebody admitting to being a fucking weirdo for healing. Listen, I like these because it makes your players make a choice. I'm like, do you like seeing these or do you hate seeing these? And if they hate seeing them, they take damage. If they like seeing them, I get to be like, you're a little freak, aren't you? You're a little weirdo. You're a little freak, and you got to live with that forever. You got to live with forever. You have to live with the idea that you like the eye-catching gripper casings. Fuck you. Oh. Jelly cube. Lens of heterochromatism. Whoa. VTubers have that. Arguably a different type of psychic damage. True. There's no corner of my heart I would not turn over for 6 HP. You don't have to kink shame people. Oh, no, I don't have to. I just really enjoy it. I think it's funny. I don't have to kink shame anybody. I think it's funny to kink shame people. That's all. That's it. That's what it boils down to. I do it all the time. Shit, it's one of my main hobbies. A VTuber with heterophobia in their eyes? Oh no. Sunbreakers? I want to wear these. Sunbreakers. Sunbreakers are a type of dark tinted glasses that protect the wearer's eyes from many types of light, although they are best known for their protection against the sun. When worn in the presence of sunlight, whether it originates from the sun or a spell, the glasses darken to a perfectly appropriate degree for the wearer to be able to see clearly. These magical glasses also respond to a variety of other lights, dimming less for moonlight and firelight, and more for brighter sources, such as welding torches. There are even reports that Sunbreakers can prevent a wearer from being blinded by magical attacks. While wearing these glasses, the user has advantage on all saving throws made to resist the blinded condition. Damn, baby. You know what that means. I get to wear shades all day, forever. Tempatsu! Whoa. Tempantsu, not Patsu, sorry. They're wondrous. Wondrous. Incredible, even. I kind of hate these, except for these ones. I like these ones with little bugs on them. That's cute. I like these ones with little bugs on them. They're cute. Tempantsu +1 charisma. Whoa. What do you mean you don't like the... Yeah, I don't like that one. He's freaking me out. I don't love him. He's freaking me out, dude. All right, so, Tempantsu, do you feel like a loser? Did you, in fact, mess up at an inappropriate time and end up having to post your undergarments for everyone to see? Well, take that underfrown and turn it upside down. Own your failure and make it amazing with Tempantsu. Tempantsu are underwear styled for your needs and designed to bring you assurance in even the most embarrassing situations. While Tempantsu come in a variety of shapes and sizes, from soft and comfy to elephantastic, the one thing they all provide is a big boost to your confidence. While wearing nothing but Tempantsu, the positivity you feel will literally protect you from harm. So dress for success with Tempantsu. You have a +3 bonus to your AC while wearing this item and nothing else. This would be a best in slot armor for wizards and casters who cannot wear armor, actually. So all casters would be running around boxers only. They would be doing the Dark Souls no armor run 100%. Light rolls for days. And monks and barbarians, yeah. Damn. Ruze, those are your pantsu. I did bugs for you. Wolster! I don't know why I said that. Like, Ares! Make me bug boxers and my life is yours! I don't know why I said it in that way, but thank you, Wolster. The artist for this was Wolster, the writer was Semi-Luminary, and the balancer was Emu. Ow! Ow! Wait a minute. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Stamina potion on empty stomach was bad move, but that's okay. God damn it. Whew. Brutal. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had crippling cramps in my lower abdominal, which is fine. I get that all the time. That one was just really bad. Woo! Brutal. We love hot girl tummy issues. Brr. All right, let's take a look at another thing. Let's see. I read Goldie's subclass. Have I read anything for Octavio's yet? Damn, that's a lot. Oh, they all have different abilities attached to them. Oh. Sure, let's read Octavio's wand, shall we? What the fuck is Midol? What does Midol do? I don't want no Midol. What is that? Are you on your period? Yeah, always. Every fucking day I'm on my period. You guys think I'm joking? You think I like... It's funny, because I've a lot of people, especially my family in my life, have been like, oh, okay, Ruze. You got a little tummy ache. You got a little tummy ache. I'm like, brother, I get stomach cramps so painful that they stagger me in place and make me sweat with pain. I mean, physically sweat. And I just do that. That just happens. I just deal with it. I just say, fuck it, and I keep on moving. I get stomach pains so bad that I did not know I had appendicitis until it almost blew up because I thought it was my normal stomach pains. I'm talking the type of pains that make it so you can't stand up straight, hunched over, full 90-degree angle. Like, I worked until 4 a.m. unloading trucks through fucking appendicitis because I just thought it was my regular stomach cramps. I was like, oh, that's fine. It just happens. It's fine. It'll go away in 20 seconds. It's okay. It's normal. That's the kind of pain I'm talking about. I am permanently on my period. Sure you don't have a food intolerance? I don't think so. I think it's just I inherited my father's incredibly bad stomach cramping. I am one of those girlies. Yeah. It's not even like, so people will be like, oh, well, just go to the bathroom. It's not like that. It's not like I could just go fucking pass gas or use the bathroom and it goes away. It is just the pain of existing. If I am existing, it's gonna happen. There is no alleviating it. There's nothing I could do to stop it. Do I have IBS? Girl, I don't know. I haven't been to a doctor in like a fucking forever. A decade, probably. I don't know. Probably. What is the reason? There should be a reason, yeah? Inherited stomach pain that I've had forever. Forever. Since I was like 14. It's that time of the month. Always. I'll be all right. I'm very used to it. It's okay. Anyway, Octavia's Wand. That one was just, it surprised me. Usually when I'm just chilling, it doesn't affect me too much, but here we are. All right, here we go. Does it happen once a month? No, it happens every day, every month, forever, for always. There is no going away. There's no waiting for it to, there's no like, I see. Nitro says, I'll never forget the look of horror on the doctor's face when I said, I just get the normal stomach pain everyone gets. And they said, none is normal. What do you mean? I was like, what do you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'll get it looked at someday when I go to a doctor. When I get health insurance, we'll see. When I stop being, when I stop being on South Elysium non-health insurance, then I'll think about it. What if we tried the period cramp simulator and it helped you? Maybe. Octavia's Wand. Opulent, octatonic, operatic. These words are used to describe the owner of this one-of-a-kind weapon and describe the weapon itself equally well. The ivory off-white wand, ornately fashioned into the form of a conductor's baton, can often be found in the hands of Octavio when on the battlefield alongside the rest of Armus. The puppeteer uses his magical focus to conquer and operate magical strings that shoot out from his shoulders into their target, forcing any corruption beast in his sight into complete obedience. The baton glows brightly around every inch, pulsating with magical energy as its enchanting magics take form. You know what Octavio's Wand reminds me of? Because it does just pulse kind of like a very oversaturated JPEG image. And I mean this in the most beloved way. This is very well done. This is very cool. I like Octavia's Wand. I think it's very interesting. It reminds me of a Homestuck artifact. I'm not kidding. Sorry. That's what I think of when I see Octavia's Wand. I'm like, oh, it's just an image. It's a typical conductor's baton, but then you oversaturate the image and put a glow effect. Not that that's what you did here. Obviously, this is well done by an artist. This is well done. Just Momochi crushed it, but I'm just saying, very Homestuck core. Also, Watt wrote this one, and it was balanced by Palladium, or Palladium, depending on how you want to say that. It all comes back to Homestuck, baby. It sure does. It sure does. This is clearly Lord English's fucking pointinator. I'm telling Momo you said that. Good. While none would oppose the fact that this weapon is filled with an outstanding amount of power, one may also regard such potential with fear. After all, the power to effortlessly override a creature's autonomy is not something easily overlooked. One may find being an audience to this magic either beautifully enchanting or terrifyingly ominous. The exact origins of where and how Octavio got his hands on obtaining such an odd artifact is unknown to everyone other than the puppeteer himself. And while he never misses an opportunity to give a quick performance, be it through a puppet show or song, that particular story is one that will only reach its conclusion when the maestro... Oh, I have a hiccup. Hold on. When the maestro wishes to hear the crowd's ovation, and thus the puppet master continues orchestrating. Wow. Wow. Whew. Okay, so While you are wielding this wand as your spellcasting focus, you gain a +3 bonus to spell attack rolls and your spell save DC. In addition, this wand has 15 charges that can be used for the following properties using your spell save DC. He's not that bad. Change tempo. Whenever initiative is rolled, you can spend 1 charge to attempt to speed up or slow down the creatures around you. One target within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw, or you can add or subtract your charisma modifier from the total initiative roll. Oh, okay, so if they fail their wisdom saving throw, you can add or subtract your charisma modifier. A target can choose to fail the save automatically. That's if you wanted to use that on an ally and buff them. You can spend 1 more charge to target an additional creature, up to 3 charges per initiative roll. Very cool, very cool. I like that a lot. Conduct. You can spend 1 charge to cast Command at first level. If cast in this way, the target has disadvantage on the initial saving throw against the spell's effects. You can spend 1 additional charge to target an additional creature with the same command, up to a maximum of 5 creatures. Damn. Oh, you guys heard him? You guys heard Arcturus out there? Intermezzi. You can spend 3 charges to cast Hold Monster at 5th level. Damn! If cast in this way, the target has disadvantage on the initial saving throw against spell's effects. You can spend 2 additional charges to get an additional creature, to target an additional creature up to a maximum of 7 charge 3 monsters. Fuck! Battaglia? I don't know. You can spend 7 charges to cast Dominate Monster at 8th level. If cast in this way, the target has disadvantage on the initial saving throw against the spell's effects. You could spend an additional 4 points. You could spend 4 additional charges to target an additional creature, up to the maximum of 15 charges, which is 3 creatures you can dominate in 1 turn with 1 spell that they have disadvantage against. The wand regains all of its spent charges daily at dawn. Damn. That's pretty strong. Battalia. Oh. No. Well, no roll for recharge makes sense on such a high tier item. It's legendary after all. But I will say that is game-changingly powerful. I mean, Zephyr's strong, but that's strong. Now, to be fair, Corrupted Zephyr might be even more fucking wonky. Might be even more quasi. Who knows? You guys want to read Corrupted Zephyr before we look at some bestiary stuff real quick? All right. Corrupted Zephyr. Weapon, Great Axe, Legendary. After examining how the corruption reacts in an organic body, even with the speculations that circled the experiments, a search for higher levels remains endless. As a prime result of conviction and greed, turning regret into an afterthought, a new theory finds the surface. A non-sentient subject that, by any possible means, should allow the corruption to operate within it. What could anyone hope to accomplish with such an unorthodox plan? When it comes down to science, there's only one way to reach a satisfactory answer. This one was written by Rin, by the way, or Rene. Berserker, and edited by Emu, as well as arted. Sorry. Yes, correct. Okay, I'm making sure I'm reading that right. Cool. A vital opportunity embodies the form of an axe, the beast hunter's esteemed weapon. Its name somehow reminisced to be Zephyr. An unexpected guest, certainly so, but still quite a fascinating sample. Whether by resolve or by its inanimate nature, sharing its wielder's obstinacy was a matter of fact. Despite the parasitic entity latching onto its target with equal persistence, the axe stood firm in its refusal to surrender, mirroring the man who originally had it in his possession. While it is a sight to behold, keeping a distance from the weapon in its current state is strongly advised. For an ordinary human, as they succumb to the corruption's effects, a likeness to sudden death is the most imminent outcome. Oh, all right. The wielder has a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. Corrupted form. The weapon deals an additional 9 corruption damage, or 2d8. Symbiotic. When the wielder attacks with a weapon, they gain 1 level of corruption at the end of their turn, up to a maximum of 5. If they have the corrupted being ability, this has no effect. Overwhelm. While attuned, if a creature has the corrupted being ability, they gain the following benefits. They have a +2 bonus to their AC. When they deal corruption damage, they heal for half the damage dealt, and if the result of an attack roll made with this weapon is 5 or lower over the target's AC, is 5 or more over the target's AC, it is automatically a critical hit. Woo! Spicy, dude. That's a scary weapon. Under the right conditions. Under the right conditions. God damn. God damn. Brutal. Yes. I hear you. Hi. Wow. Yeah, I hear you. I'm paying attention to him. I'm petting him right now. Even though I'm supposed to be entertaining people and streaming, Arturus. No rush on the campaign, but is there an ETA on start? I want to hold a viewing party to show off the boys to my friends. I do not have an exact date yet because I'm still discussing with the boys when a good start date would be. So it really depends on what we all come to a conclusion on. Obviously, not everybody is going to be there for session 1 because that would be 9 players, which I'm just not doing. But when I can get anywhere from 3 to 6 players set and ready to rock, then we will start. So hopefully soon. But session 0 is this weekend. So at least you can be introduced to everybody's characters, rather. Amongst other things. Cool. Let's look at our bestiary, shall we? Now, I left off with... I want to grab... Let's do Freddy the Fruit Fly. And we'll check out Shikamane. And then we'll check out maybe Zombie Ruzader? Actually, wait, no, I need to do a Gerard one. Is there a sorority in here? There is. Okay, let's look at sorority. So is this session -1? This is session 0 coming up. Come here, you little stinker. I lied. I'm going to look at Shikamane and then sorority and then Zombie Ruzader. And then we'll go to the after, the post book messaging. Every mascot is in this book. Incredible. Incredible! Arturus, bud, I love you, but I don't have to make eye contact with you to be paying attention. I'm petting you right now. Please stop trying to climb up my torso. You're killing me! He's like, I have to block your vision or it doesn't count as paying attention to me. I have to block your vision or it doesn't count as paying attention to me. I see you. Yeah, your little motor's running. I hear it. You're so loud, I can hear you through my headphones. These are noise canceling. I can hear you through my music and my headphones. All right, listen. I'm gonna stop now. Just chill. You can just take a little nap in my lap. No. I want to read. No. Sit down. Sit down. Did you know that this is my job, bud? I'm at work right now. Stop it. All right, good. All right, so Shikamane, here we go. That little cover symbol on the mask is so funny. So cool. All right. Written by Dalarin, drawn, of course, by Arinjamaru, and edited by, mechanically balanced and edited by Emu. This is a challenge level 23, large celestial lawful good. Here we go. In every dimension, there are beings of higher order, those powerful enough to direct the ebb and flow of entire civilization, should they wish. While at times these beings are, in truth, deities or creators of entire dimensions, sometimes they are not deities, but extremely powerful entities, so powerful that they are considered by many to be divine. Shikamane is one such being, a celestial creature so powerful that even the most mighty of dragons and dinosaurs tremble in awe and fear in her footsteps. It is sometimes said that she and her fellow Celestials, Goramane, Toramane, and Chihuahua-mane, are of such power that the waters make way for their steps and that even the mountains tremble before their gaze. Good. It is not known exactly what when these beings appeared, nor is it known what order gives them their purpose. What is known is that Shikamane and her peers are true celestial beings who originated from the Hollow Tree. Their duties vary, and from records, it is apparent that Shikamane's purpose is to maintain order over her assigned domain, which is that of the dragons. All dragons and half-dragons who dwell in this domain are placed under her watch, and as an authority figure of the Hollow Tree, she is free to punish those she deems as rule breakers. Shikamane chooses to appear as a deer-type centaur, clad in golden armor and scarlet robes, although historians note that one should never fool themselves into thinking that, as a deer, Shikamane also ought to be a gentle creature. When angered, her human hands easily wield a golden hammer of monstrous proportions, large enough to crack mountains with a single blow should she choose, and also to crush Ornstein when Smo gets angry. It is fortunate that despite her ability to do so, there are very few recorded instances of Shikamane utilizing her full power. Although sightings of Shikamane are far and few between, residents of the Dragon Domain still pass down tales and legends of her appearances, frightening even the mightiest of dragons and the most loudmouthed of their half-dragon brethren into submission. However, not all tales are simply of fear. Many are also of awe and reverence. Those who seek out Shikamane are unlikely to find her, but marks of her guiding presence are rooted deep within Elysium's history. She's also been known to guide lesser beings with patience and grace, offering instruction or counsel on those who seek it from her. Such communications from Shikamane are even rarer than her physical appearances, and they are, therefore, recorded and passed down with diligence. He once mentioned how those of draconic descent have a different reaction to the corruption. This got me thinking about Shikamane, the celestial being who watches the dragon domain. It would be impossible to find them directly, but maybe the tree they descended from has some answers. SK. All right, so Shikamane, with a whopping 287 HP, moves 50 feet a turn, can climb 50 feet straight up. Massive 30 strength, 24 dex, 25 con, 17 int, 25 whiz, 26 charisma. Resists necrotic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. Has immunity to poison and radiant. Cannot be charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Has true sight out to 120 feet and telepathy out to 120 feet. Understands all languages. Damn. Nice. Legendary resistance. If she fails a saving throw, she can just succeed instead. 3 times a day. She has advantage on all saving throws against spells and other magical effects. She has the Harbinger of Order. Advantage on attack rolls against all chaotic aligned creatures. Perms gained. Shikamane has disadvantage on attacks against lawful aligned creatures. Perms lost. When Shikamane hits a creature that is prone, it is a critical hit. Huh. Wait, isn't that always true of prone creatures? No, paralyzed, incapacitated creatures. Never mind. Very good. I like that. These are good names. These are great names, even. Attack actions. Multi-action. Shikamane makes 3 bonk attacks. Melee weapon plus 17 chance to hit. Has a reach of 10 feet because that's a long hammer and a big creature. Does 14 1d8 plus 10 force damage plus 27. Whoa. 27, 68 psychic damage. Yeah. Arcturus, you're very cute. Stop it, you little animal. The target must make a DC 24 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. On a successful save, they're still knocked back 5 feet. Damn. So basically, what this means is if she lands the first attack, you go prone, and the next 2 attacks have advantage because you're prone and are automatically crits if they hit you. That's a terrifying, terrifying hit. Anyway, Hammer of Discipline. Shikamane slams her hammer into the ground. All creatures in a 30-foot radius must make a DC 24 Constitution saving throw or take 22 5d8 force damage, as well as 22 5d8 psychic damage, and be knocked prone. A creature that succeeds on a saving throw takes half as much damage and is not knocked prone. Damn. Damn. Legendary actions. Shikamane can take 3 legendary actions, choosing from the options below. Oh, good. I'm excited for these. Choosing from the options below. Only 1 legendary option can be used at a time and only at the end of another creature's turn. Shikamane regains spent legendary actions at the start of her own turn. Stream safe. Shikamane makes 1 bonk attack. So, free bonk, not bad. Move. Shikamane moves up to her speed without provoking opportunity attacks. And last but not least, behave. All creatures within 30 feet must make a DC 24 wisdom saving throw, otherwise taking 2166 psychic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Damn. Luckily, I've never been on Shikamane's bad side except when I have, but I'm very good at talking my way out of it. I might have a negative charisma score by choice, but when I gotta talk my way out of something, I'm very good at talking my way out of things. Scary monster. You obviously do not have not read the entire entry on stream, but you should look at the last action on Kina's list because I can't stop thinking about it. Okay, I'll take a look in a second. We'll take one look at the Ruzaders. The Ruzaders. We'll take one look at the Ruzaders. And then ooh, that's cool as fuck. What the hell? Oh, cool. Whoa, Venderbot. Stamina potion. Sorry. Onion. Yum, 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 yum. All right, we'll take a look at Quinacridone in just a moment. But first, is that how you were unbought? Yeah, it's my power. All right, so I'll tell you what. We'll look at the Ruzaders, and then we'll look at Quinacridone, and we'll call it even after that. We'll say we've looked at enough monsters. I think you have a high charisma. Having high charisma does not mean you use it in a normal way. Charisma counts for intimidation, too. But I want charisma to be my dump stat, so I can put it all in dexterity. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Clearly, I have a 20 in strength, an 18 in dexterity, a 6 in constitution because of my hot girl tummy issues. I got insane pain tolerance, but I don't have a lot of HP. I'm always taking that damage. A fucking, 16 in intelligence, 14 in wisdom, and a negative 12 in dexterity. Boom. Or charisma, I mean. Done. Easy. Done. Got it. No problem. No problem. Easy stats. We're done. All right, this one was written by Aurea. It was drawn by June. And more bouncing by Emu. God damn, let's fucking go, baby. Solid. God, you truly did forever DM this, you monster. You little monster. All right. Impressive work, by the way. Ruzader. Here we go. Great art, by the way, June. Chef's kiss. Look at these little Ruzaders. Look at that big stretch. Reminds me of Arcturus. All right. Found anywhere in the Badlands and the rest of Southern Elysium, the Ruzaders may not seem like much at first, but once they like you, they'll surely cling to you. They've been observed to like climbing on any surface they can get their little mandibles on. Ruzaders are also attracted to places containing lots of valuables, as they've been observed to steal things when they can. And if they can't, they may be prone to vandalizing things in the nearby area. True. These little creatures, while tiny in stature, sure can't pack a punch. They're only 13 to 20 centimeters, but don't let that fool you. Ruzaders seem to be a chimeric hybrid between bugs, lizards, and some say they also have cat-like qualities. They have 2 sets of small horns coming out of the sides of their head, and 2 sets of small mandibles on their torso. Hey! Those aren't mandibles. Well, not exactly mandibles. They kind of function like mandibles. They're like little mandible arms. Come on, guys. Mandibles are for mouths. Okay, they're kind of mandibles, but they're still. A Ruzader's mouth is pointy in shape, though it doesn't seem like they have fangs. You may identify one by the unique sound they make, somewhat of a chirping, purring, or squeaking noise. Ruzader tails are in the shape of an axe and are just as sharp as one. It's how they hunt for their food. They will launch themselves in a sort of spin or spiral at whatever surface they go at, whether it be a rock face or for gems or a creature they've chosen to attack. While their diet is omnivorous, they've been observed to somewhat change their physical anatomy based on the gemstones they choose to consume. Rusaders have a very keen sense of sight, as they can see in the dark and sense where nearby gems may reside. Though they're small, they can use their tails to crush stones enough to be able to consume them. Delicious! Challenge rating, 1/8, baby. Tiny beast, any chaotic alignment. Let's see. Immune to fire damage. They have dark vision out to 30 feet, passive perception to 10. They understand common, but they cannot speak. Gem eaters. The Ruzader's size, color, and patterning are dependent on the gems they consume. Soaking up some rays. When the Ruzader lays in the sun, they feel happy. There is no other effect. That's perfect. That is perfect. Thank you. What a beautiful fucking passive ability. It's hot in the Badlands. Due to the Badlands' high temperatures, the Ruzader is immune to any fire damage. When it takes fire damage, it instead gains access to their whip. Yeah, Ruzaders eat stones and gems hazard. Axe tail, melee weapon attack, +1 to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target, hit does 2 damage, or 1d4 slashing damage. Against stones and gems, this attack does 5 damage, or 2d4 slashing damage. Whip. The Ruzader wags its tail, releasing any heat it just absorbed in a 5-foot cone. All creatures in the area must succeed on a DC 5 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes fire damage equal to the original damage roll, or half as much on a successful one. Damn. You could have a Ruzader that could theoretically, this is wild, theoretically hold a fire charge from a adult or ancient red dragon and then walk over to someone and whip it and kill them instantaneously. They would have to roll really low, but that is still funny. The concept is there. You would just have a superheated, like, full glowing metal, like, fresh out the forge colored tail. They walk over and then go whip. Boom! All right, so, Quinacridone. Here we are. Writing by Oria, art by Hikaru, and balancing by Emu again. Oh my god. Let's go, baby! What do we got? So, Quinacridone is the walking, talking definition of the word cunning. He's incredibly verbose and knows exactly how to get what he wants just by deception alone. Words seem to be his specialty, and the amount of knowledge in his arsenal knows absolutely no bounds. While having the ability to break the fourth wall, among other things, Quinacridone is also shown to be one of the few Ruzes to acknowledge the existence of Radiant as well. Who? Huh? You guys are making shit up, but that's alright. Anyway. He knows much more than he lets on, yet refuses to share anything relating to the Radiants. Reading a Supa. I would do Quinacridone's voice, but that's hard, because I'm not him. What would humor you enough to inform the masses on the method to summon the Radiants? Oh, the Radiants. Yes, I have some information on that. I have a lot of information on a lot of things. While some things Quinacridone says can be left up to interpretation, largely due to the vague nature of which he speaks, there is weight to his words. What words Quinacridone chooses to utter should be heeded with caution, no matter how vague or non-descriptive they are. Ooh. Brother, where's your pants? Pantsless, would throw into the brine, would definitely throw into the brine immediately. Straight into the brine with you. All right, medium humanoid, human, chaotic neutral, armor class 11, HP 27, speed 30 feet, challenge rating 2, very high intelligence and charisma. Wisdom's okay, constitution's okay, dexterity is okay, strength is pretty bad. Well, actually, strength and constitution are pretty bad, but that's all right. Interesting. Shares the stat line up with Citrine. I would have expected Quinacridone to have either higher charisma or higher wisdom. I like that. Interesting. Let's see. Enlightened. Quinacridone Ruze can communicate with higher dimensional beings. Wealth of knowledge. Quinacridone Ruze has advantage in all skill checks that use wisdom or intelligence. Oh. He's wearing the bug ponzu of plus 3 AC. Well, he has to be wearing nothing else, so he's still not getting the benefits, unfortunately. Yet. In the second phase of the boss fight, he actually strips down to just the ponzu. That's how he starts to get more dangerous. Languages. Common. Cryptic. True. All right, so mutterings. Quinacridone Ruze mutters 3 times as an attack. Muttering cryptic, very, very cryptic, and like unbelievably nondescript messages. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so for the cryptic messages, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay, so, cryptic. Quinacridone Ruze utters strange words. All creatures that can hear him must succeed on a DC 13 wisdom saving throw or become charmed until the end of their next turn. Very, very cryptic. Quinacridone Ruze continues the ramble on. All creatures that can hear him must succeed on a DC 14 wisdom saving throw or take 9 2d8 psychic damage or half as much on a successful save. If a creature is charmed by Quinacridone Ruze, it takes double the damage. Holy shit. Are you sure this is challenge rating 2? He only needs to land 1 cryptic to... I don't know. Taking 18 damage in an AoE for all creatures in a turn. Ooh. While charmed? That's scary, and that's not even the end of it? All right. Like, unbelievably nondescript, Quinacridone Ruze makes some sort of noise that probably means something to someone. Not you or I, but any creatures of his choice that hear the sounds and fail a DC 15 wisdom saving throw are affected as if by the confusion spell? Good lord. Higher state of being. The person controlling Quinacridone Ruze immediately punches a target in real life. Uh-oh. The DM just reaches across the table and punches someone. That's my favorite ability. True. Very cool. Look at all these little guys. And this not little guy. Ho, ho, ho. Wow. Well, gamers, there's a lot. Oh, Silk Spellweaver. That's cool as fuck. Sorry, there's a lot of really cool creatures in here, and I want to read them all. And I'm going to read them all, but on my own. Because, oh my god, that art is beautiful. Lawful neutral gargantuan dragon, the slumbering. Oh. Anyway, great art. Good job. Ali or Apollyon Knights. Damn, I almost struggled on that one. I don't know why I've said that name 1,000 times. Oh. Oh. Oh, very cool. Oh, that's a big dog. That's a big dog. I'm curious, is there awakened? What? Challenge 2, impossible. Languages, common and e-boy. Kill it before it's too late. Oh, very cool. Koi Dragon versus the Slumbering. Who wins? Oh, 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 oh. I like this little fucking freak. He's cute. He's freaky and I love him. There's not an awakened. Unless... Nope. Werecat warrior? Like a warrior cat? Huh? I think the strongest monster in this book is Demon King. What? Regis? Really? Interesting. Oh, damn. Challenge rating 28. Huh. Interesting. Nah, I'd win. Spit. I'm challenge rating 30. Bleh, bleh. Very cool, though. Very cool. Sorry, it's a werecat warrior. It's different than a warrior cat. I apologize, Watt. You're right. You're right. You're right. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Not the Gojo quote. Damn, boy, that thumbnail go. I know. I know. What about sorority? What about sorority? I read enough monsters. Sorority can get fucked. Oh, no, I never read anything pertaining to it. Fine. I read Goldie's background. I read Octavia's weapon. We'll read sorority real quick. All right, all right. We'll do sorority real quick, real quick. Let's do it. Wait. Oh, shit. Too far. Ah, here we are. Cute! All right. Did I read about little Timothy? No, not yet. But I will. Okay, sorority, challenge rating 2. Wow, we have the same idea. I made the Ruzaders like a 4th or a half, or an 8th challenge rating. And you guys did too. Oh, I have hiccups. Oh no, hold on. And then I made... Shit. And then I made sorority, challenge rating 2, and so did you guys. Wow. All right, here they are. The round and proud and certainly loud sorority have arrived. These pink little dinosaurs may seem easy to bully, but they're very resilient and confident creatures. Sorority are some of the cutest little guys around. While they may be small, do not underestimate the amount of sound that they can create. Their voices certainly make them stand out from the crowd, thankfully ensuring they will never be lost. Though they do travel in packs, so where you find one, you'll find a whole bunch of them. Their diet is omnivorous, and they'll really eat just about anything they can get their little hands on. With what little crumbs they get, they've got to feed themselves any way they can, really. After all, the Badlands are a harsh environment for a regal little dino to be living in. While they may be loud little things and seem easy to bully, sorority are some of the most loyal creatures you could have by your side. Though at first they may seem like the type money would easily influence, and you would not necessarily be wrong. Once you have one of the sorority by your side, you have an ally for life. Nothing can stop them once they set their minds to something they want or want done. It just seems to be in their nature. If you see a sorority out in the wild, show it some love. Do not kick it or bully it, no matter how tempting it may seem. And in the end, you may have just earned yourself an ally for life. Now I'm kicking and bullying everyone I see. Sorry, every single one of them I gotta bully them. It's in my nature. It's what it is. It is what it is. Small dragon, any lawful alignment. 15 armor, 38 HP. Pretty solid stat lineup, honestly. I think it could do with a -4 to intelligence, but -2 is fine. Close enough. It has the ability bounce. It speaks Draconic and it understands Common but cannot speak it. Bounce. Because of its bounciness, the sorority can be used as a trampoline by a large or smaller creature, doubling its jump height and distance. In addition, if a creature tries to deal bludgeoning damage to the sorority, the attacking creature will have to make a DC 12 strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature loses its grip on the weapon as the bounce sends it flying to a spot 15 feet away. If instead the weapon is attached to the body, the attacking creature will lose its footing and fall prone. Good shit. Stress relief. Because the sorority is so easy to bully, it makes her a great stress relief toy. By squishing a sorority, a creature can become calm again, as if under the effect of the calm emotion spell. Ooh. Puntable. If kicked, the sorority can be used as an improvised damaging projectile. A creature medium or larger can spend an action to send a sorority within 5 feet, flying towards another creature within 60 feet. The kicking creature makes a ranged weapon attack against the target. If the attack hits, the sorority deals 16 3d10 bludgeoning damage. This attack does not hurt the sorority, except maybe emotionally. That's funny. That's good writing. That's good writing, Palladium. Oh, the artist is Muse, by the way, and the writer for the blurb was Aurea. Long range Oshi. If the sorority can hear its Oshi within 500 feet, though we believe his range is much, much further, it gains a +1 to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Bite. +4 to hit, reach 5, 1 target, 7, or 1d10 +2 piercing damage. Normal enough. Screech. Like its Oshi, the sorority can be very loud if it wishes to be. All creatures within 15 feet must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, or take 3 1d6 thunder damage. On a successful save, a creature only takes half as much damage. If there are any other sororities present within 15 feet, they will immediately use their reaction to start screeching as well, setting off a chain reaction. For every sorority added to the den, the power of the screech doubles, potentially dealing up to 16d6 thunder damage to a target if there are 5 or more sororities within range. Damn. Now that's a scary amount of damage. That's a lot. That's an instant kill if you're unlucky. And an instant kill for everybody. That could be a sudden party wipe. Oh no, screeching battle. Danger in numbers. Ugh. It's okay, I'll wear my magical earplugs. Is that an item in this book? It should be. All right, so. Elysium, Corruption's Call, Hidden File. Should I read this on stream or should I wait to read this after I finish the whole book? Read it. Read it. It's okay. Wait, read it. It's okay. I did not forget Timothy. I simply chose not to do Timothy yet. Oh. Okay. Welcome to the Hidden Files. Have you noticed them yet? SK and IL have made frequent appearances thus far, but who are they? Where are they from? And the origin of their notes and research has remained a mystery. Until now. Welcome to the Hidden Files, a record of 2 scientists torn apart by their differing approaches and their desperate hunt for answers. The common element between their searches, the Armis unit, its leader, and a climactic battle for the life of the one and only Crimzon Rulez. I don't need any help. Thank you. We hope you enjoy this edition of the book. Dungeon Masters, you have our permission to use this story in any way, shape, or form you would like for your own campaigns at home. We only ask that you abide by the copyright guidelines at the beginning of the book. Enjoy. Related entry. Oh, the ECC team. Related entries: Corrupted Sovereign, Corruption Beast Bird, Corruption Beast Horse. Background: Bounty Hunter, Weapons, Corrupted Zephyr. Subclasses: Circle of Corruption, Path of the Corrupted. Character notes throughout. Interesting. Let us continue, shall we? Very cool. Can I say it? I think I'm gonna say it. Nah, I'd win. Sorry. Let us read, shall we? Case number 30.09CR. Person of interest, Sophia Keystone. Background, primary research field, the Corruption. Graduated with full honors from the Asclepian Research Institute, has a PhD from the Aratus School and master's degree from the Panacea School, published works, The End of Corruption, the Elysioid, unpublished works, Corruption Antidote, Coworker Testimony. She's got a very intense energy, but I can't help but be charmed by her. I think her presentation at the seminar last month was my favorite. It was so informative, and I felt like she made her research easy to understand to those outside of the field. I wish she would keep her desk a bit tidier. Pretty good. Yes, Pollux, I hear you, squeaky little bastard. Hello. Do you have a question? Come here. What's up, bud? What? Why are you chirping so loud? Okay. Current whereabouts. Work sabbatical due to accident. Spent significant time with Druidic Circle in Central Elysium. Uh-oh. Circle of the Corruption, baby. Spent significant time with Druidic Circle in Central Elysium. Sister equals Priestess, Northern Xenocuni. Disappeared in Badlands, but frequent appearances in nearby town indicate that she lives somewhere in the area. Aside from past, no known current association with missing figure Icarian Lochios. Lochios or Lokios, I wonder. Icarian's a cool name, or Icarian, either way. Reminds me of a Cathian. Background. Primary research field for Icarian, I'm going to say Lochios. Primary research field, the Corruption. Graduated valedictorian from the Asclepian Research Institute. Has a PhD from the Aratus, Panacea, and Telesphorus schools. Published works, see external documents, coworker testimony. Dr. Lochios is one of the most brilliant minds. It's a play on Icarus. Oh, Icarian. Icarus. I got it. Oh. Dr. Lochios is one of the most brilliant minds of our age. I think if anyone has the key to curing the corruption, it's him. I really look up to him. Even though I'm only a junior researcher, he always listens and takes my scientific theories seriously. Current whereabouts? Headed construction of a new facility in the eastern Badlands. New research is considered highly classified. Finding current information proving very difficult. Oh, it says which pages are their notes. I like that. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, now then, the Asclepian researcher. Oh, it's a new background, maybe? Oh, specifically for this lore. Pollux, why? What was the point? He just knocked something off a desk for no fucking reason. What a dick. What are you doing? What? Rude, bud. Sorry. First established in Utopia, the Asclepian Research Institute is dedicated to scientific research related to the corruption. Since its founding, it has opened multiple facilities in the Badlands and Xenocuni. The institute has 5 main schools and 6 levels of rank within those. The School of Aglaia focuses on how corruption affects the ecosystem. Its 2 main branches are ESO, which analyzes the environment, and Podalirius, which is concerned with normal animals. The School of Epion looks at the impact of the corruption on citizens. Their, I'm going to say that's Aceso, not Akeso. Branch tries to find reactive solutions for the problems that arise. Those in the Machion branch develop active measures, such as magitech and weapons. Yeah, like machinery, Machion, like Machina. They work closely with the School of Panacea, who are constantly searching for a medicinal cure for the corruption. This area of study is particularly grueling, as no meaningful progress has ever been made. The School of Aratus is the most active outside the bases, often collaborating with adventurers and bounty hunters. They will go with these groups and document the different types of corruption beasts. They are often accompanied by those in the School of Telesphorus, who are trying to figure out the origin of the corruption. Pollux, can you stop? Get down, you little bastard. Ugh, come here. Oh, that's cool as hell, you know? All of these schools have the same categories. Junior researchers, those fresh from their training. Intermediate researchers make up the bulk of the institution, and this is where you most likely rank. Your superiors are senior researchers, lead researcher, and specialized analyst, and directors. Skill proficiencies, medicine and nature. Languages, 3 of your choice. Tool proficiencies, herbalism kit. Equipment, a uniform with your rank insignia, your ID badge, an herbalism kit, a book of notes, a pen, and a pouch containing 5 gold pieces. Feature, analysis. Regardless of your exact field of study, all those who attend the Institute are trained to approach problems in an efficient and logical way. When at one of the Asclepian Research Institute's facilities, you are able to quickly gather information from a wide variety of sources. You have advantage on all checks relevant to your research while in this location. While out in the field, you have advantage on any skill checks that you add your proficiency bonus to. Whoa. Whoa. When you directly interact with the corruption, your understanding of it grants you advantage on any saves to resist its effects. Wait, what? I must be reading this wrong. While out in the field, you have advantage on any skill checks that you add your proficiency to. Relating to your research. Nope, it just says in general. Huh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm going to rebalance that one. But very cool. Research focus. There are many departments at the Asclepian Research Institute, and within each one, countless other topics that many dedicate their lives to. To determine your department and branch, roll a d8 or just choose from the options in the table below. Easy peasy. There's the Aglaia School, the ISL branch, the Aglaia School, the Podalirius branch, the Epion School, Acesso branch, the Epion School, Machaon branch, the Panacea School, the Eratus School, the Telesphorus School, or an undecided school. Ooh. Suggested characteristics. Those at the Asclepian Research Institute are the best in their field. They are united in their goal of learning all there is about the corruption, but individual members couldn't be more different at times. Personality traits. Let's take a look at some of these, shall we? I have a tendency to get absorbed in my work and forget the outside world. I love my research, and sometimes it's all I can think about. I see any problem or complication as a personal challenge, and I tackle it head on. I'm better at writing papers and theories than hands-on experimentation. I freeze up when I see any sort of corruption beast due to my past. I'm working diligently for a promotion, but my efforts have yet to be recognized. This just means I have to try harder. I'm bad at communicating with others, but it all makes sense in my head. I worry that I'm not doing enough for the cause. Ooh, that's a pretty interesting one. Ideal. Preservation. I must find a solution that does not endanger others or compromise my morals. Savior. Everything I do is for the people of this world. Randomness. Sometimes the scientific method is not the best solution. I like to throw ideas at the wall and hope one sticks. Results. The cost does not matter as long as results are obtained. Determination. I will do anything I can to get results as long as it doesn't harm others. Learning. I dedicate myself to my research, and I am still figuring out the method I prefer. Ooh. Bond. I have a mentor that I really look up to. I am dedicated to the region I'm from. I have a partner I work closely with. My family is the most important thing to me. I will dedicate my life to my research. I will do all I can to help the Asclepian Research Institution. Flaw. Ooh. I struggle to collaborate with my coworkers at times. I procrastinate up until the night before deadlines. I am impatient when speaking to non-researchers. I will keep repeating the same experiment even if it has failed multiple times. I sometimes disregard the cause and effect of my actions when experimenting. I am very forgetful, so I have to write everything down. Boss, Lachios is asking about growing strawberries in the desert again. It's not going to happen. You can't do it. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. These are cool. What is all of this? Are these... Oh, little lore logs. Whoa. Okay. Oh, Readin says, this is the first surprise. And the second surprise, thank you for the soup, by the way. And the second surprise is you're more than free to use ECC's contents and holomarches if you wish to. We're super glad you've been enjoying the book. Oh, you better believe I'm going to snatch up some of these. I don't know what just yet. It will probably end up being magic items and monsters, I assume. I don't think I'm going to drop any of these subclasses in there. As fun as they are, I fear the boys would want to switch their classes to match what their subclasses would match up to for themselves, and I don't want to influence them that way. So I will probably limit it to monsters, magic items, possibly locations. I might rip some of the locations and just slap them down somewhere in holomarches. We'll see. Asclepian Research Institute, Lab Report, Corruption Research Wing. Date, XXXXXXX. Observer, Sophia Keystone. Location, redacted. Subject, Corruption Beast. ID number 09413. Ah, I see. Very funny. September 30th, 413. Interesting. Corruption Beast identified for research at 1410. Killed as bounty hunter by Unit Armus. Arrived on location 25 minutes posthumously. Creature was a medium-sized beast similar to a hippo, but with the feet of a predator cat. Unable to comment on mechanics and movement in action, but I am told the mercenaries reported it was way too fucking fast. On arrival, the skin was beginning to emit an acrid smell and sheen. 2 out of 10 reflectiveness. Observation as follows on cycle of decomposition. Ooh. See you later, Elza. Minute 25. Skin sheen 2 out of 10. All features intact. Minute 30. Skin sheen 4 out of 10. Fine external features such as whiskers and hairs are beginning to droop. Acrid smell strengthens. There's notes. Minute 25, notes. Beast is akin to a natural dead specimen at this stage, aside from the color and corrupted features. Minute 30. A careful attempt to slice the flesh of the creature yields a very resistant cut which opens to black flesh. Dark, shiny ichor wells with the consistency of blood. However, it runs fast. Either it is not correspondent to blood, or the circulation system continues to work after death. Ooh. Minute 40. Skin sheen 6 out of 10. Small features such as mouth, nose, and tail are beginning to liquefy and meld into the rest of the skin. Notes. The cut continues to emit ichor at the same pace. The limbs were tested via improvised wooden rod and moved without issue. There is no evidence of rigor mortis. 50 minutes. Skin sheen 8 out of 10. All features are now gone, and large limbs such as arms and legs have begun to flatten or meld into the larger body. A slight purple color seems to hover in the air over the skin, and small bubbles are forming. During decomposition, a fly landed on the skin of the beast. It did not leave, and instead folded into the skin. 60 minutes. Mucus sheen 9 out of 10. The body is a formless lump, but retains some structure. There's a bubbling, like boiling water, under the mucus. Whilst the specimen was boiling, none of the bubbles were popping naturally. When popped artificially, the opening leaked ichor similar to the cut made at 30 minutes. Ooh. 70 minutes. Mucus sheen 10 out of 10. The beast has completely broken down into a thick, viscous liquid. Poisonous gas with a strong, acrid smell and a slight purple color is being emitted at a high rate. This is the most convenient form for sample collection. However, past this point, any attempts at collection should be considered futile. 80 minutes. Liquid shine 10 out of 10. The mucus has gone completely liquid and has begun to seep into the soil. It seems as if the protein structures vanish rapidly. There is no discernible trigger. Further study required. This liquid was indistinguishable from the ichor formed at both 30 and 60 minutes. Post-decomposition. The ground where the beast had lain turned dark brown/black, and the soil became the consistency of semi-wet mud. Dark purple gas was with a strong acrid smell was being emitted. Soil sample taken to lab for further research. ID number 964800, and the cage with rat placed on contaminated soil for monitoring. Rat collected after 24 hours had significant mutations. See notes for specimen ID number 4 736-866. This raises the question whether corruption beasts are alive. If the internal circulation continues to function after death, it may be possible that the parasitic entity takes over by killing the host, rather than controlling it. The implications for corruption treatment will need to be adjusted accordingly. Rod later showed significant signs of corrosion despite its wooden nature. Submitted for further research. ID number 65.432.1. In report. Huh. Oh, damn. That's a lot of lore. Okay, wait a minute. Kevin! Sorry. Damn. How deep does this go? I gotta check a few things. Damn! Is this a story of love lost? This has got to be like a whole narrative. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right. All right. Whatever comes after. Are we there yet, Soph? I'm gonna knock something over if we go any further. Ikarian shuffled into Sophia's office with his hands covering his eyes. Sophia let go of his elbow and skillfully bounded around the paper piles of books and reports that were littered haphazardly around the room. Hold on right there, but don't open your eyes yet. She was a bundle of excitement, and nothing got in her way as she dug around in the drawers of the huge mahogany desk. Sophia evidently found what she was looking for, and Ikarian could hear her coming back to where he was standing. Okay, now look at this. Ikarian opened his eyes to see a letter in front of his face, held up proudly by Sophia, who was beaming expectantly from ear to ear. He took a second to process the contents under the official-looking wax seal and looked back at Sophia. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh my god. Congratulations, Soph. You deserve this. A publication in the Elysium? That's so great. Unable to contain his joy, he grabbed Sophia's hands and started dancing around the room, and she followed suit. The two of them jumped around laughing, not caring about the mess they were making. Pausing in front of Kevin, the cactus, before they crashed into him, Ikarian stopped. This is huge. Now that you've told everyone about this treatment, we're so close to a cure. We have to celebrate. Dinner at my place later? Sophia's smile grew ever larger. I could never turn down any of your cooking. You know that, Locke. We're starting a new round of tests with a new treatment that we fill up the rest of this week, though. So maybe a rain check for Friday? Yeah, that sounds great. I'll try to finish early on my end, too. Over the course of the week, most of the Asclepian researchers in the Phaeton Panacea Lab noticed that their two lead researchers were unusually motivated, finishing their reports earlier, staying late for overtime, and taking on some of the workload of their subordinates, though this wasn't that uncharacteristic for either of them. At one point, Ikarian even joined his assistant teams for off-campus errands, though they suspected this was to take a break from the stress of the Institute's typical post-publication rush. Yeah. Sophia and Ikarian were skipping their lunch breaks to do lab work, but every day that week, a particular junior researcher, who had gotten used to seeing her favorite superiors in the cafeteria together, would walk by Sophia's office to see the door slightly ajar, with the room unusually clean and a basket of strawberry sandwiches atop the desk. At the pace that they were working, all of the work was completed quickly, and both Sophia and Ikarian were able to get off of work early. After leaving the lab, Ikarian stopped by the Phaeton marketplace to pick up some ingredients and a couple selections of the new science journals. On arriving home, he knocked on the door in the apartment next to his. Sophia, now changed out of her white lab coat, answered the door in a comfier-looking silver sweater. Ikarian held up his groceries and asked, "You ready to come over?" Sophia flashed him a grin. "Yep, as ready as I'll ever be." She followed him into his expansive kitchen, where she noticed Ikarian had already had a large pot of water. They both rolled up their sleeves and began cooking. Ooh, oh. Oh. Okay. By the time they mixed the egg and finished kneading, their hands were getting sore. Sophia took a break in the dining room while they let the dough ball rest, and Ikarian began slicing several cloves of garlic. The sound of melting butter and garlic soon filled the room, sizzling merrily on the skillet and filling the kitchen with a fragrant aroma. Oh, that made me hungry. Filling the kitchen with a fragrant aroma. Resting her head on her arm, Sophia took a deep breath in, savoring the homey smell, as she watched Ikarian bustling around in the kitchen. "I'm fine now. Can I help?" Sophia got up from her seat and walked over to where Ikarian was now rolling out the dough, peeking around his shoulders to see what he was doing. Sure. Ikarian pointed at the skillet on the stove. Could you start some water for the pasta? For a few minutes, the two maneuvered around each other in the kitchen with easy familiarity. Shortly, the two had two deep plates of pasta soaked in a delicious sauce, and they eagerly brought the food to the dining table. And they were lab mates. Wink. Ikarian and Sophia dug in, both ravenous after their efforts during the week to speedrun their work. It's so good. Thanks, Locke, she muttered with her mouth full. Don't talk with your mouth full. What the hell, Sophia? She muttered with her mouth full. Ikarian, chuckling internally, focused on finishing his dinner while sneaking looks at Sophia. How could someone look so happy while eating? Ikarian took their plates after they finished eating and put them in the sink to wash later, while Sophia headed out to sit on the front steps to relax and watch the sunset. Ikarian grabbed a small box and a booklet he had bought and sat next to Sophia on the steps. You might like to see this. Ikarian handed the booklet to Sophia. On the front cover, under the title, The Elysiad, was a drawing of a corruption beast and the heading, End of the Corruption? Sophia opened it to the front page and stared at the entry. Ikarian wasn't sure, but he could swear he saw tears forming in Sophia's eyes as she read her article in the paper for the first time. It's fresh from the printing press. First big step to finding a cure. I'm so proud it's got your name on it. Thank you, Locke. Sophia leaned on Ikarian's shoulder. I needed this. It's been so long since we made any progress. I just don't know how far we're off. How far we're off from a permanent cure. Imagine how many people today will have at least a fighting chance to survive. We'll help them one step at a time. Also, he dipped a hand into his pocket. Here, I wanted you to have this. He pulled out a box, and Ikarian opened it to reveal a silver pendant bracelet, except there was an empty head and prongs where the gem should be. Congrats, Soph. Ikarian could tell Sophia was shocked into speechlessness, so he quickly explained. It's missing a gem in the middle, but that's intentional. I thought it'd be nice to have it as a reminder of the final cure, and we could put a gem when we finally do make it. Sophia started laughing, which put a confused look onto Ikarian's face. Maybe she didn't like it? Eventually, her laughter subsided. I'm really sorry for laughing. I know you meant well, it's just that in the Badlands, there's a tradition to give engagement rings with the gems missing like this. During the wedding ceremony, they'll actually insert the gems into the ring as a symbol of coming together as one. The red-orange glow from the sun made it look like Ikarian's face was on fire, just as it was feeling at that moment. I mean, he stammered out, but Sophia cut him off with a hug. Thank you, Locke. I love it. She let go and took the bracelet out of the box, putting it on. While doing so, Sophia noticed some tiny words engraved in the front of the empty pendant. Sophia Keystone. Smiling to herself, she leaned back onto Ikarian and rested her head on his shoulder. I'll take care of it for when the time comes. We can add the gem together. A comfortable silence fell as the two sat back and enjoyed the sunset, both looking forward to whatever comes after. Oh, baby, whatever comes after is not good. It's got to be tragic. I can tell because, look. It ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good. That's a tragic love story. I know it. Kevin! That's a death flag if I've ever read it. Yep, that's a death flag. That's a death flag. That's rough. And they were lab mates. All right. Hold on a second. No, there's so many cute credits. All right, I'm gonna skip so we don't see spoilers. I'm gonna scroll past really fast. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Sorry. I'll have to read the rest of the lore a little later because I'm getting very close to 4 hours and I meant for this to be a 3-hour stream. So I'm already almost an hour over, But I wanted a chance to read some of the contributor messages. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Oh my God, there's so many. Oh no, look at how cute these are. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I'm gonna read as many as I can in the next 6 minutes. Here we go. All right, so contributor messages. Here we go. These are so cute. These stickers are so cute. How annoying. How annoyingly cute. All right. Atataru. Happy birthday to our least favorite idol, Crimzon Rulez. Hope you enjoyed going through this TTRPG project, considering we had a ton of fun making it for you. It was a delight to draw the Bumblebud Orchid and their smiles. Never forget how much fun the Ruzaders hate. Never forget how much the Ruzaders hate you. Affectionate. You guys hate me? Do you mean it? Yay! All the best, worst wishes for your birthday, Ruze. Hope you, nerd, will enjoy going through this TTRPG project as much as the Ruzaders enjoyed cooking it. And despite all the efforts that were put into this, be assured that you're just our least favorite idol. Thank you, Poulette Chicken. And you're right, I am your least favorite. Deal with it! God, this is such a fucking cool project. This is insane. This is insane. Oh, the amount of... I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Anyway. Happy birthday. In case someone hasn't called you a bastard yet, you are a bastard. How dare you become my least favorite idol? Jokes aside, I'm excited to keep watching your idol journey. I'm happy that you're in HOLOSTARS from Jello. You're happy I'm in HOLOSTARS? I've got to do worse. See you later, Cesaru. Watt says, hope you appreciate this very nerdy gift, Nerd King Supreme. I've always hated sharing my writing, but watching you persevere and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone inspired me to do the same, because I refuse to be weaker than my Oshi. Happy least favorite birthday. Wait. Happy least favorite birthday. Hey, fuck you. Thank you, Watt. The way of Watt. Interesting. Thank you for sharing your writing, Watt. And,
Yeah, well, you know what? You might refuse to be weaker than me, but, how much do you deadlift, Watt? How much can you bench press? Let's see.
Pushes up glasses. Happy birthday to my least favorite idol. No, wait. Terrible birthday to my most favorite. No, shit. I give up. Have a day. Thanks, Ollie. Fleur says, hey, Ruze, your enthusiasm for world building and fantasy really encouraged me to write for this project for my own and my own stuff. Yes! I'm really glad you're in HOLOSTARS, and I'll also never forgive you for reminding me of ham steak. You're welcome, Fleur. You deserve the 9th circle of hell for that one. I'll find it eventually. Don't worry. I'll be there. Happy birthday, nerd. Thank you, Fleur. Wolster said, Dear Ruze, it was a blast to be a part of this project. Happy birthday. It's been such a wild and beautiful year. It's such a wild and beautiful year of games, karaoke, and world building. Being a Ruzader is the best and has reignited my passion for art. Keep being you, you wonderful bastard. Thanks for the little hate you sticker. Wow. Thank you, Wolfster. That little Ruzader chewing on that little like jade dice with the gold lettering is so cute. All right. Oh shit, I'm already at 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Okay, I can at least finish this page. Come on. I can do this. Hold on. Here I go. Happy day of birth, boss man. I'm proud to be a Ruzader and to work on something that was very fun and interesting. Interesting enough. A new experience. It was so exciting writing and creatively coming up with stories and lore for this TTRPG from Elise. Thank you. How dare you become my second Kamiyoshi, you bastard! But in all seriousness, I'm thankful you're in HOLOSTARS. There's so much more I would like to say, but I fear to end up corny, and also, I would never stop yapping. Happy birthday, Ruze. May Lady Luck be nice to you. She wasn't, but you guys were, and that counts. Thanks for Morium. I'm glad I could participate in this project through my creativity, which you, my Kaiju Oshi, have helped me revitalize. Happy birthday, Ruze. Have fun looking through this epic, one-of-a-kind TTRPG book. From all of us, Naka. Thanks, Naka! Oh, shit, okay. Hey, Ruze, hope this message reaches you before I do. Is that a threat, brother? Come here, I swear to God. Hope this message reaches you before I do. Lol. I never knew what the deal was with the Kamiyoshis before your disruptive ass came along and changed my entire brain chemistry. So thanks for that, you jackass. Thank you for inspiring me, and probably all the other Ruzaders, to try our best every day. The world would be a little more dull without you around, Mr. Idleman. Happy digital birth! Pollux, why are you doing that? I know you want attention, but please stop just knocking shit down. Seriously? You dick. I've got 1 minute left, Pollux. Thank you, Blastosis. But I will find you, and I will kill. Ill. Minecraft Steve. Okay. Oria said, happy birthday to our definitely least favorite little bastard. Who you calling little? It's been a wild ride so far, and I'm glad to have been along for it. Had a lot of fun working on this, and it's pushed me to be more creative and outgoing. Thanks for doing what you do, Oria. Thanks, Oria. Mogvale says, happy birthday, Ruze. Thank you for being such a cool yapper and being somewhat tolerable. You're cool, and only a little bit of a bastard. Looking forward to many more fun times with you. From Mogvales.
Thanks. Wow. Golly.
Neon Cody says, I can't believe I get to celebrate another birthday 3 days after mine. Happy late birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Ruze. Thank you for all the great advices you've given us. It's really helped me do a reality check from time to time. I also wish you and your cats good health, and may all your hard work pay off one day. Thanks. Thank you, Neon Cody. Okay, now it's my turn to quickly say, thank you, Ruzaders. This is an incredibly creative, incredibly polished, incredibly well done project. Both this and the bug compendium for the Badlands. Arturus, I'm trying to have a moment. Pollux, what are you doing now? Okay. Anyway, you guys are incredibly creative, and no message is as touching or as likely to maybe stop pushing my mic, but please, as likely to cure my withered, fucked up, gross, weak little heart as messages about reigniting other people's creativity. I hope you guys feel creative. I hope you guys stay ignited in your passions and your drives. And I hope you keep finding things you want to keep pushing it on that make you want to create things, musically, artistically, just writing, whatever it is you want to do. I hope you keep finding that no matter what. Okay, that's it. That's as sappy as I'm going to get. I'm leaving now before things get too sappy. Thank you, Ruzaders. This has been great. I will continue reading this probably off stream in my own time, though I do have to go somewhere and get some fucking, well, I gotta go shopping, if I'm being honest. I have no food. I have no food in my wagon. I gotta go shopping. So I'm gonna go do that before things start closing and before things get really wild. And then I will come back and probably read this. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Then I'll be playing some Deadlock. See you then. Omega ad says, oh, he does care. No, I don't. What I meant was, fuck you! Bye-bye, losers! I'm gonna raid you over to... Nobody's live right now. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna raid you over to Altair's Deadlock Waiting Room. Bye, gamers! Have fun! Thanks for hanging out! And thank you for the project. It's incredible. I can't wait to dig into it in my own time when I can really get into the nitty-gritty of looking at all the different, stats and effects and lore and read through that lore story all the way from start to finish. All right, bye, gamers! Have fun! Bettel's live? No, he isn't. Wait a minute. Is he? Hold on. Is he live, or are you just saying he's live? Are you just saying that? What is it? Is it a fucking membership? I don't think I can raid into a membership. Holy shit, he is live. Okay, he just went live then. You're welcome, Bettel. You're welcome that I did this. You're welcome that I timed it because I was actually playing it. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius is what I am. Oh, I think I know the ending of that love story. What? Well, that's all right. I'm excited to see what it is. All right, gamers. Bye. See you tomorrow.